can do that as we go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So last week, a few things happened. Curtis, I know you weren't here, but I'll catch you up on the gist of it. So we left off in the middle of Xanathar not really breaking in, but like stampeding Monty's bar. Monty snuck up on them, turned huge, got a note from Xanathar, and threw Anne's dad out the window in giant form. And then he resumed normal size. In the note that he took from Anne's dad, it said that Xanathar is unhappy with him meddling in his business. And he pretty much threatened Monty that if he continues doing it, then he's going to have more visits into his bar. At which point you guys enjoyed the rest of your night. Anne had a had a good night on the balcony, the moonlit night in the stars, enjoying his drink, thinking about what happened. You guys did have a dream, except for Pie, because Pie hasn't eaten the fruit, where it was the vision that you guys had when you came out of the library. But this time, the dragon's breath was black and white. It was black and white. As if to say that, like, you checked that box off. You've done that.
Hey.
And then you guys decided to do 3 little side quests. And let's see, remind me on them. One of them, you guys went to the Illuminated, which was basically when you guys joined a cult. And you learned about Syrian and how he has a big plan coming up. But it's all on Diamond Dew, and Diamond Dew wasn't there at the moment. So these people that follow Syrian are waiting on his order to do something. You guys also went to the Twilight Tower, which is a tower in a thin space that only appears in the moments of twilight. So sunrise and sundown, only for a few minutes. And you made your way up to the very top where you met Pim. Pim was a Grim Reaper-looking guy, skeleton, scythe. He works for the Raven Queen, and his job is to protect the tower, because at the top of the tower is an entrance to Shadowfell. And
Cool.
You guys knew that there was like investigation going on, and you guys said that you would tell Shemesh that what's going on in there so that they can stop sending people over there, and that him could stop killing so many people. And what was the other side mission? I'm forgetting it.
The dig site.
What was it?
The dig site. The old plague ward.
Yes. There was an archaeology thing. Hundreds of years ago in Waterdeep, there was a plague that was going down, and you guys went and investigated it. You opened up a slab that led to the sewers of Waterdeep, where there were some people that apparently were survivors of the plague for hundreds of years that were waiting for you. You guys went down there, took care of them. You got a few magic items, nothing too crazy, and made your way back out. And then you guys went back to the bar. Curtis, I told everyone that Pie was just in his pocket workshop the whole time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to bring you out, but we didn't know whose pocket you were in.
Yeah, I told Vinny, and in the end, it's up to his discretion. But if I'm ever not able to play, I'm fine with you guys grabbing the Ring of Spell Storing and Pie putting 5 charges of whatever heals if you want.
Okay, that's cool. To add on to the recap real quick, so what we found in the dig site, they were all the same plant things that we found in the Elf Village. So that plague was the same. And then when we infiltrated the cult of Syrian, we came out with 3 red robes.
4. I grabbed 2.
Oh, Xardaar grabbed 2. Okay, so we have 4. So if we ever need to blend in, we can do that. And yeah, Diamond Dew is way up there. And Cooler is now on good terms with the number 2, apparently.
Catherine is her name.
Yes, Catherine. Because we determined that Cooler went to prep school, and he has a switch he can flip to blend in with high society.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. And then let's see, we got a moon-touched longsword, and Xardar's got that.
Nice.
Oh,
Sounds very
and
Xardaar.
and we have confirmation that Raquel is the Raven Queen. Which, we knew, but now we know for sure. And that bad boy up at the top of the tower, I assume he's like a Deathlock or something. At least that's what I'm picturing him as, because that would make sense.
A Deathlock, you said?
Yeah. Like a Warlock that died before fulfilling his purpose for his patrons, so his patrons making him serve in death.
I like that.
Oh yes, Deathclaw. He is somehow Toki and Swissgar simultaneously.
Murder.
He's the manager.
Oh yes, he's the manager. Yes, the baddest motherfucker in the show.
Oh man, that brings me back. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember like the hashtag like release season 5 hashtag complete the pentagram.
Complete the pentagram. Yep. Whew. Okay. All right. So here we are. You guys, you went to bed at the Salty Seaman in your rooms, and you wake up the next day. Oh, there was one other thing. When you woke up the morning without Pi being there, you saw that there 2 people had checked in. One was a young boy with blue hair. The other was his guardian, someone that seemed to be protecting him. Their names were Callus and Liud. Callus was the young boy. Liud was the person protecting him. And they posted something on the board, which was the third mission that I had for you guys, that you guys, I guess we're going to do third maybe. And they got a room for the night. Or for the day, because they showed up during the morning. And you guys wake up the next day after completing the side quests, and you go and you have your same breakfast. You don't see them down there at the breakfast at all.
Hold that thought.
Well, I'm gonna stomp. I don't remember the word, but I'm gonna go ahead and just walk on over to that board and pull on down that post-it note. Take a big old read.
A big old read.
The one that the new people posted?
Yep, that's the one. I'm gonna pull it down.
Oh boy,
I'm talking to God in Anne's voice.
You're talking to God in Anne's voice. Okay, that was the...
There's something I want to do before we get going.
No, they're just looking at the post right now.
Okay. Yeah, I would want to. Smells like you did.
I found a way to do strike through text in the Roll20, so I updated my objective.
Okay. All right, so you the note that they posted was Castle Greenrun is under attack by Castle Crow's Keep. They have infiltrated the castle of the royal family and are trying to kill the villagers. Immediate help is requested. If interested, you can find me at the Salty Seaman, Prince Callus.
That's a mouthful. Can you post that in?
Oh yes.
Prince Callus.
He's pretty callous.
I'm gonna post it in...
Not very pleasant person to deal with.
Farquaad.
Can I do that?
That's what I'm imagining him as.
Farquaad. He is. These 2 guys are based off of 2 characters from an old GameCube game that I played a while back.
What game is that?
It's called Baten Kaitos.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, I posted it. There we go. Yeah, it's a PDF. And in color, too, I think. Yeah.
Rad.
Full color PDF. Oh my god. Matt Mercer over here.
Okay, so we've already addressed the concerned citizen one.
I feel like I
Me crew and me ships have been lost.
yeah, Monty and his inability to to write. Dude, Robbie, no joke. You guys are doing the seafaring one, the seafaring arc after this one. I came up with a great idea that fits Monty's backstory. I'm gonna tie it into this. And when you get to it, you're gonna laugh so hard. Like, really?
Does it have to do with his time on the beach with the giants?
Yes.
I knew it.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be so good. I love it.
Dude, when you get to it, it's gonna be like, man, Monty really is a fucking idiot.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so you guys chose the Lords of Neverwinter.
Oh, no, sir.
Yeah,
The
that's...
Lords of Neverwinter.
All right. So, you guys, you've woken up in the morning, you're all together, you're at the Salty Seaman, you're having some nice breakfast. The day before, Rouse said that he knows you have to go to Neverwinter, but he has a way to get you there faster, but you just needed a day to prepare it. So you didn't see him at all yesterday, so that's one place you should be heading. Also, Thamior said, he's the one that's keeping in charge of what you should be collecting. He's been reading the book, telling you all the information. So those are some just like places of interest here.
What do you have prepared?
Yeah, so you guys can go wherever you want.
Cool.
Okay. You go ahead, Curtis.
I was gonna ask that. You guys think we've got a? Oh my god, I got to get back into pie. Go ahead, though.
He deferred to you, Dylan, so it's your turn.
I have a mouthful of cookies.
Still sounds more like pie than I do right now.
Cooler.
All right, so we had.
Right now.
Oh, we're eating breakfast? Alright, so I got this. So I was thinking, we know that Diamond Douche is going to be back in about a week to tell folks his plan. But we might not be back by then. So what we want to do is we want to tell, like, Shemesh, and Rouse, and even Monty that something's going to be going down. And if they got any spare red robes, they might want to sneak somebody in they trust if they don't want to do it themselves. And we can tell them how to get in.
So Monty is, you see him on the second floor. He's in his office. There's a big window that allows him to look into the first floor. You see him sitting at his desk. He appears to be doing paperwork, but he just looks like he's doing paperwork. He doesn't know what he's actually doing. So you wave at him?
Yeah, I wave up at him, see if he's looking.
Okay, Monty looks down and he sees you. And he waves back at you, and you see him get up from his desk. He seems to be relieved at the prospect of leaving his desk, and he jumps straight up off the second floor. He makes an acrobatics check.
Fail.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Okay, yeah.
Fail for the story.
He does a cool front flip over the balcony. He lands right in front of the table that you guys are currently at. He says, "Good morning, fellas. Are you enjoying the meal today?"
I am the show.
Oh, yeah, dinner and a show.
Hey.
That's why people come here.
So Rick, real quick, before we get too far into this, when Anne's dad got thrown out the window, I pictured the Emperor's New Groove.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, you've thrown off Monty's groove.
That's perfect.
Because I feel like Anne's dad has definitely been thrown out of a window before, and will definitely be thrown out of a window again.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's more of a family trait. All of us tend to be thrown out of windows at some point.
Or a chance to be pushed off mountains.
Yep.
Right?
We fall a lot in general. The Morgothians.
But yeah, so morning, Monty. So we managed to and I bring him in real close. And I whisper, we infiltrated the Church of Syria.
Oh, did you now?
That's not all serious, like when I say it to you.
Oh.
Yes, we did. In
What-
fact.
What did you get? What information?
So here's what we know. Now, have you ever heard of the priest named Diamond Dew?
Oh yeah, the hoity-toity fella who's the pastor here.
Right. Well, he's apparently real high up in the Church of Syrian, and he's basically the head of everything that they got going on in this area, centered in Waterdeep. Now, his number 2 is a lady named Catherine. Now, you can find where they meet up at whatever this bar was called, because I don't think we ever got the name of the bar.
It was on the list. I would have to like pull up that.
Well, it was
Waterdeep
Anne's.
board.
It was Anne's thing, so hopefully he's the one who read it. Like, well, that note over there, we'll go with that one because it's a recruitment flyer. I assume it's still up.
Yeah, it's still up unless you guys like touring.
You go there, right? You go up there, and I mean, you can. Here's what you do: you go up to the bartender, you tell him you want the special. He says they don't have a special. Then you tell him that you're feeling down, and he's going to give you this weird blue drink. Do not pound it. Like, don't nurse it either. Just drink it normal because it's weird. I ain't gonna spoil the surprise for you though. But you ain't gonna die of it.
Oh, I love a good drink.
Right? Like, I came out with all the parts I went in with, and they were still where they were supposed to be, so it worked out.
Oh, the bar, by the way, was called the Sovereign Tavern.
The Sovereign Tavern. It is as hoity-toity as it sounds, but once you drink that special, it's like Lizard's Night. Just for fancy folk.
Well, the Sovereign Tavern, yes. I love to scope out my competition, so they say. So I might go take a look over there when I have some free time.
Right. But in about a week's time, Diamond Dew is going to be back in town, and they're going to have a big old get-together there, and he's going to tell folks what the plan is. They know there is the plan, they just don't know what all's in it yet.
I will say, all this Syrian stuff is, it's making me feel a little bit uneasy. So I think it's good to be prepared against it.
Exactly. Now, you might have to join up for them to accept you, but they don't do anything like physical or magical to you. You just light a candle.
Oh, anyone can do that.
Well, and well, also don't put your hands in the pockets when they give you a robe.
Don't put my hands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's something I would go straight for. I don't want to see if there's any money or anything in the pockets, but I'll make sure I do that.
Oh, there's something in the pocket.
Yeah, they got them thorns that they use to control folks in.
Thorns that control people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I listen. I've been Robbie. What happened with the vampires? Like, not charmed, but thralled.
Thrall.
Yeah, you were thralled.
I've been thralled many a times, and it's not a good feeling.
It's basically like that, except I don't really think there's a way to reverse it just yet.
Well, I will take a look if I can, and I will definitely be careful about it as well.
Alrighty, would you mind looping in Shemesh and Rouse? Well, never mind, we're gonna go see Rouse. Would you mind looping in Shemesh?
Oh, Shemesh, yes, she's a wonderful lady. Yes, of course I can let her know. I think she was here last night for Ladies' Night. Yes, of course.
Yeah, she was here with her special lady friend.
Give me an insight check, Dylan, since you're having like the main conversation here with Monty.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Insight. I'm pretty solid at that. Ooh, no.
Do you want an assist?
Yes,
Before
please.
you find out that Shemesh is a swinger.
I have a +6 to insight. Hang on.
I say I have a +4, and I rolled a total of 6.
Damn.
Well, yeah, you don't really get anything from that.
No, I don't get nothing.
Oh, right.
What'd you get, Curtis?
Not one.
Alright, you guys don't get anything.
So that's a 7, which sucks because he's the only one that would feasibly be really paying attention because he wasn't there for this.
Yeah, you just get like the same like trustworthiness feeling from Monty like you would any other time. Yeah, nothing special or out of the ordinary.
But now I, as a player, don't trust him because he said that.
Alright, so where would you guys like to go?
So all we really know about them is that they're on okay terms. Like they more or less give each other their space.
Monty.
Do we need to swing by I always forget his name. The wizard. I always forget his name.
Famior.
Anyway, do we need to got his place, or do we already know everything we need?
I don't know
I
if
think
you
we're good
know
with-
everything you need. He may give you know that you're gonna get the Oramikos. He may just give you some kind of container to put it in.
You want to wear it?
But
Healthy side.
Yeah, this is a Hulk shirt.
I
You want a
think-
skeleton shirt?
I think any kind of
West
container
Palms,
that you
you
guys
got-
already have will work.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
Yeah.
Even the one with the bee.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put it in with the bees. I mean, I know I still need a use for them, but that ain't gonna be it.
Well, I do
I'm
want
not
to go.
to do what to the moss? To sting it?
Well, hopefully you would feed the bees.
I do
You said
want to
you
go
would
by
do that.
like I don't know what you would call it, but wherever you would get cooking supplies and get a brewer's kit.
Okay, I think on the way we can
Just say it happened.
yeah.
Cool.
Let's just call it the kitchen store. Wasn't there a store called that, like at
The kitchen sink or
Hangar at some
something.
point?
It's the general store.
Okay, a brewer's kit, Curtis, costs 20 gold.
Done.
Okay, if you want to like go ahead and just like take away that and add it to your inventory, you got it on the way.
Dope.
I'd say let's hit up the container store just for some extra
Hey.
glass bottles.
Hey.
That's just overpriced.
Hi, I've got an idea. So you're good with you're getting good with brews. I'm pretty good with poison. And
That's not that's
what
not
is
gonna-
liquor
that's
but a
small.
poison? So I say we team up, try and come up with the perfect
I
concoction.
like it. Go show 'em.
And if we scramble the letters of both of our names, we can call it Payne's Potions. What do you think, man? We can make a lot of money. It sounds cool.
I hate how okay I am with
Wouldn't
this.
be Payne's poison though.
Yeah, poisons or brews would be better.
We both can wear it.
But I just like the
Sounds like Mom
idea
didn't
of
want to argue.
pie and because I can't think of ampy. Now that sounds weird. And then if you
We
do
both can wear it.
Nan, but Payne,
Okay.
that's where it's at.
Your slogan can be a cure for what poisons you.
Oh yeah,
Bad medicine.
potions and poisons.
Ale
I can
for what ails
dig
you.
that.
Well, let me get this down and we'll think about it.
Go show 'em.
Well, and I think I may not be necessarily good with the brews, but we could try testing out different poisons and see what effects. I mean, I threw antifreeze on my steak the other day, and it tasted amazing.
Antifreeze is that something that I'm done.
That's what I was thinking.
If you ever want a steak chopping, just come ask me.
Oh, goodness.
That's Mom, buddy.
So, who do we need to talk to still? There was something about a book, I think. I don't remember.
Rouse is who's gonna send you to Neverwinter. Anyone else that you guys want to talk to is up to you.
Did we top off the ring of spell storing over at Amyor?
You did not.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Also, is Prince Callus still here?
Prince Callus. I'm not sure I know who exactly that is.
Short, squatty
Me
boy
neither. I missed that whole bit.
with a big old man next to him.
Well, I did see a young feller with an older feller. He had blue hair, Prince Callus. He seemed like a noble. He was wearing some fantastic garbs. But it
Yeah,
looks
the
like,
anime protection.
yes. It seems as though he's been in his room. I haven't seen him since.
Well, we probably ought to talk to him to let him know we're going to take that mission.
Yeah, after this,
What was the
Yeah,
question?
we'll hit him up after Family War.
deal with the war between Castle
Vinny.
Keep and Green Room.
Okay.
Hey, Vinny.
Yeah.
Is that the high school one?
In your spell
I think
storing,
this one?
how many spell slots does a cantrip take?
I don't think
We're
that you
about to go to the
can
whole
store.
park.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think that you can store like a cantrip because it might be like infinite, you know.
That's fine.
Cantrips are classified as level 0 spells.
I think it has to be like a total of 5. So like a 3 into 2 or 5 1s or
That's fair.
1 5
I
or
thought
something like that.
but I was like, that could be useful.
Yeah, depending on the cantrip for sure. Alright, so you guys have a hearty breakfast. You leave the Salty Seam and you make your way over to Thamior's. It's as smelly as it's ever been. You guys
No, it's even smellier.
Because he has a body now.
you find yourselves kind of getting used to the smell by now. It hardly bothers you.
I'd like to cast Gust and just have wind blowing away from me at all times.
Away from you. Okay, so you've got like a nice fan that's blowing it away. You guys knock on the door. Thamior opens it right up. Hello! Hey, fellas. Oh, what can I do for you? You're gonna get that Oromikos, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. What can I do for you?
We need spells.
Pie, you ring a spell story?
Well, good for you. It is the morning. I've only done 1 spell so far. What can I do for you?
I'm trying to figure it out because I totally forgot and I dropped the ball on that, and I'm sorry. But I guess we could just do animate objects again, and I can have both.
Sure.
I mean,
That was
also, we'll just do that then.
You want to do animate
Do you
objects?
have
Yeah, we don't need dark vision.
yeah? Do you have any I don't know, any special hints or information we could use about going into the Underdark? Because that looks like that's our next pit stop.
Well, the Underdark is honestly, it's quite a scary place. The Dwergar and the Drow elves, that's their homes. They do have some sunlight sensitivity, so if they're ever in some kind of sunlight, it does hurt them. Torchlight doesn't do anything to them, by the way. Let's see. There are some large cities down there. I know that the Drow elves, they do some human trafficking, a little bit of slavery. The Dwergar, though, not really a whole lot is known about them. They do tend to keep to themselves, but they love mining and they love their gold.
Did you say mining or mining?
Mining, like digging into the rocks, extracting the core.
So they pretend to be miners. Huh.
They're pretty proficient miners, if I do say so myself. They don't often trade with us ground folk, is what they call us. But every now and then we do get some wonderful materials from them. Neverwinter is right next to an opening to the Underdark. So I'd say if you wanted some materials from them, that's where you'd find it.
Well, I've got some gold burning a hole in my pocket. Do you happen to know of any good magical items I could pick up? Specifically, I'm looking for a weapon. Right now, I'm just chilling with a good old plain rapier, and I imagine we'll be running into some things that I need some magical stuff for.
You have magic dagger.
Do I?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Yes.
What are the magic daggers?
You have one that freezes and one that has electricity.
Yeah.
Why have I not been using these? What the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah, it's like 1d4 piercing plus 1d4 of the elemental damage.
I completely forgot about them. I haven't been using them for like 3 sessions.
It's been a while, yeah.
Jesus.
Yes, since we fought the dragon.
So can Thamior enchant items?
Thamior is not an enchantment wizard. He is not.
But he can be rather enchanting.
That is true, yes.
But the smell doesn't get you.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, we
Or
can
is it
come
the
to talk to
smell
him
that enchants
despite the smell, so I think he's pretty damn enchanting.
Dang, I thought I made a... Okay, cool. All right. Yes. So he tells you that information. He also tells you that Oromikos, it's found deep underground. It tends to grow where there is a lot of natural magic growing in the environment. So it normally grows around like elves are magical by themselves. So wherever elves are is where Oromikos tends to grow, but only underground. So somewhere near Drowse might be a place, but in the Underdark, you've heard rumors that there are portals to the Nine Hells and to Shadowfell and to other planes of existence in the Underdark, because there are ancient gods that supposedly live down deep in the Underdark, and with these ancient gods that are super magical, these plants just fed on their magic, and that's how Mikos came to be.
Got it. Dark spawn plants.
Yes.
Oh no.
Like, I think the Underdark, the like creation myth for the Underdark is like there was a god that was banished underground, and he started crawling around and made all these tunnels. I'm pretty sure that's a
Must have been a big old dude.
yeah.
Get all those tunnels.
And the Demigorgon is down there too, like the actual Demigorgon. Yeah.
I regularly forget that that's a D&D monster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
Hey, he's a god though, isn't he? Or
I think he's like one of the lords of the Nine Hells. The Demigorgon.
Okay.
I think it's like the 6th layer of hell. Which, man, that would be so cool if we can get down there. If we can all go to hell.
Go to hell, baby.
All right, so that's what Thamior tells you. Where would you like to go next?
Cool. What else did we need? I think we're going to Roust for the portal.
Yeah, once you guys go to Roust, he's sending you to Neverdeep, or Neverwinter.
Let's go.
let's head on down to Neverdeep.
So once you're headed there, there's no going back.
It's on a plateau. It's always high up.
Like, if there's no going back, I hope we come back at some point.
Well, I mean, like, you can go back, but, like, that's where, story progression.
Over.
Well, I got stuff to do there. So I could
swing by the blacksmith. I wanted to ask.
Oh, yeah. God, I forgot his name. Al. His name was Al. Al.
Yeah, Al's
Yeah. Okay, so he is the opposite. He's in the Market District, so he's not too far away. And Roust is in the Trade Ward, right by the City of the Dead. He's not that far, so it's not like that long of a roundabout for you. All right, so you guys go to the Market District. Thamior wishes you good luck. He says you can store the Ore of Mikos in just any kind of jar. It likes damp, dark places. So he tells you that once you get it in a jar, don't put it in the sunlight. You go and you see Al. You're in the Market District. Hey, I'm Al. What can I do for you?
You said you had a brother in Neverwinter that was better at working with magical items than you?
Yeah, he's a little bit better than me. His name is Stan.
Okay, so do you know if a Moon-touched longsword retains its magic properties if it's no longer a sword?
No longer a sword, you said?
Yes.
Well, I'll be honest. I get a few magic items, but I don't really make them. My brother Stan might be able to answer it for you a little bit better. But what do you have in mind?
I'm primarily an archer, and if I'm going to have something to help me see in the dark, I need to be able to hold a bow while I'm doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess, I don't see why we couldn't melt the steel down and, make some steel-tipped arrows for you. But,
Not exactly what I need, but thank you for the...
Yeah,
just wear it.
Like I said, I'm a master craftsman,
Yeah,
but my brother,
wear it.
he's got the magic touch.
Dude, just put it on your back and wear it, and boom, you got light.
Wait, do you not have dark vision?
No.
I thought you did.
No,
I thought we all had.
Nope.
Well, I can just use the spell.
No. Like, I have something to help me now. As long as things are within 30 feet of me. So.
I should rephrase access to dark vision. But
Well,
you don't even have, all right. Huh. I have the spell, so if you ever want, I can just prepare it.
Maybe. But yeah, that's all I needed from the blacksmith.
All right.
I actually have to. I have to visit Stan, so we'll talk to him too.
Did we already speak with Shemesh about the tower?
Well, Monty
Did
said
we
he
do
was
that
going to talk to her
yesterday?
about it for you.
All right.
We didn't tell Monty about the tower.
Oh yeah, Monty
We
was
told him
talking
about that shirt,
the
about the
red
cult.
robes, the Syrian people. Do you want to let Shemesh know?
I mean,
About the tower? Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we do got to tell her about the tower. I mean, we told the guard, but we also said we'd go kill Shemesh.
Yeah.
And we can just tell her about the red rose while we're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't tell her, be like, hey, Monty should be coming to talk to you about something.
All right. So you guys make your way towards Shemesh, who's in the North Ward, in the little corner here. You guys make your way down there, and it's like a barracks. It's like an army training ground. There's spots for people to sleep in. So you imagine a lot of the Order of the Gauntlet people, they stay overnight. There's people in their armor running around. They're practicing their drills. They're sword fighting. They're just doing all this kind of fighting to kind of prepare themselves for something that's coming up. The colors of this guild is red and gold, but you see that a lot of the people here are wearing red capes, but the same specific shade as the Church of Syrian. Some of them have even gone as far as getting the symbol of the Church of Syrian emblazoned on their armor or on their shield. So it seems as though this organization is starting to become not just like a separate entity on its own, but almost as though they're becoming a part of the Church of Syrian in a certain way.
Any of them that we walk close enough by, I will make sure to brush against their cape and cast Mending to turn the symbol into the symbol of Morden.
Okay, you walk by one of them and they're like sword fighting, and you like just pretend to trip and you get them, and it's like, hey bro, your symbol, it disappeared. It's now like an anvil now. And then he looks down and there's like an anvil where the fire in a circle was. He goes, what the heck, dude? Did I wear someone else's armor?
Hey, it's a miracle. You've truly been blessed by Morden. He's here on this day, telling you. He's chosen you.
Who the heck is Morden?
Morden. The All-Father, the Creator. I'm out of my own.
How old is this guy?
What? What did you say, Robbie?
How old is this guy?
This is like a dude in his 20s, a human.
Hey, my Bible has now worked for everybody, actually. In fact, I'm gonna whip it out. I'm gonna fucking give him a sermon right now.
Whip it out, just flop it on the table, and be like, all right.
You're
prepare to learn about Morden.
Teen Bible.
That works for everybody now. I thought you told me that.
Extreme human.
No, I
Bible.
like made it so that like it's a +1 weapon that like it in your inventory. So now you actually see your stats go up.
Oh, okay,
So,
that's
like,
what it
your
is.
spell save DC went up by 1. Your like weapon attacks went up by 1. I'm sorry, magic attacks went up by 1. Yeah. So like,
Well, there are those that are like 130 in our teens, so that's fine. They'll try to do it anyway.
this is a human though. He's like in his 20s.
Whatever.
He seems to be very upset about this symbol change. You guys make your way through the barracks. You enter in. You see Gegul again. He's bald, beautiful blonde mustache. His like smile and his muscles are glistening. He says, "Hello, friends. What can I do for you? It's been a while." Ha ha.
Well, we was hoping to talk to Shemesh about what's going on in that there Twilight Tower, and why y'all would be best to stay away from it.
Oh, yes, we have posted that a while ago, and we've seen many people die because of it. I would love to take you towards her, ha! And he leads you through the back. You guys are...
We'll lead the way, ha ha!
Does he sparkle a little bit?
He absolutely sparkles, absolutely.
He's got a big Armstrong vibe.
Yeah, he is Armstrong.
No, he, instead of having like a little curlicue, he is completely bald. It looks as though he shaves his head to be bald, not like he's naturally bald. He walks you guys through the back into Shemesh's office, which you guys are very familiar with now at the moment. And Shemesh is sitting behind her desk, as usual, and she is filling out some paperwork. Oh, shit. All my guys. Oh, yes, get cool. You can close the door. What can I do for you?
Well, howdy.
I haven't seen you guys since that night.
Armstrong.
Yes, Dylan, of course. That's exactly what I'm going for. Yes, I'm busy dealing with Xanathar. Xanathar, what
right.
can I do for you?
Well, two things real quick. That there Twilight Tower, stop sending people. They ain't coming back because it's full of a whole mess of traps, and up at the top is like some super lich Deathlock looking bad mamma jamma who's just wasting absolutely everybody who goes up there.
What do you mean? What's going on? There's someone there that's killing all these citizens that are going there? Is that what you're saying?
Well, his job is to make sure nobody gets by him because there's a portal to another plane there. So they're trespassing, effectively.
Oh.
Because that tower don't belong here, and he's trying to make sure things from here don't go there.
Well, that's not good at all. Yes, that sounds... Yeah, I need to take that down. So you investigated it already. You know what's going on there? I can stop sending people there? Yes, please do. Because there was a whole mess of bodies, and I mean, I got a pretty solid constitution, but man, it stunk like freaking Thamior's place in there. Oh, yes, the smelly wizard. Yes, I'm familiar. Well, I can absolutely do that. I'll send my correspondence out to all the places that we have that notice posted and have them take it down. And you might want to just like put up a sign that says, do not enter, you will die. It will be your fault. You know, that's a good idea. Instead of just taking it down, I will post a keep away sign. And since it's on that part of the island there, I'll make sure that the ferry members know as well. Well, they should. We told the ferrymen when we was out there, like, don't let anyone else go up in there. But figured it'd be good for you to know too. Well, I appreciate that. Is there anything I can do for you fellas while you're here? Well, we also got some information on the Church of Syrian. Oh. And her eyes get like very interested in what you're about to say. And what exactly is going on there? What do you have to say? Well, we don't know what their plan is just yet, but we do know that the hoity-toity, like, stick right up the keister priest Namandu is the head of everything that's going on here. And there's this woman who frequents the Sovereign Tavern by the name of Catherine, who is basically his number two. And now, you guys are pretty close to the Sovereign Tavern. You guys are in the top right corner of Waterdeep in the North Ward, and the Sovereign Tavern was in the North Ward, but in the religious temples area. So she is very familiar with this bar and Catherine, who you said. And she says, oh yes, she's one of the nobles, and she does try to bribe her way out of some infractions, so I am familiar with her. Fair enough. Now, we know that Damadou is out of town right now, but he's going to be back in approximately a week's time, at which point he is going to unveil the plan. A plan? Okay. Well, if there's a plan, something's going on. Then... Right. They got a secret meeting place beneath the tavern, and to get in there, what you do is you go up to the bartender, you ask him for the special. He's going to tell you they ain't got a special. And then you tell him, well, you're feeling kind of down. And then he'll give you this blue drink. Do not pound it. I ain't gonna tell you anything else because that'll spoil the surprise, but like, don't just drink it in one gulp. And then all of a sudden things get very less hoity-toity. They all let their hair down. And if you want to sneak in, well, they might make you join, but they don't do nothing to you except make you light a candle and, just do a naked lap around the tavern, that kind of stuff. Just normal frat boy hazing. Well, as many of the members here in the Order of the Gauntlet are members of the church, I feel as though this is something that I should investigate in my own private time. Mm-hmm. Oh, and if you get one of the robes,
don't put your hands in the pockets without some protection. They got them little pointy thorns in there, and they use these thorns to infect or control folks.
Okay, and she like rips out a parchment and she writes, "Don't stick hands in pockets." She says, "Well, that's good information to know. I appreciate that." What
Yeah,
plans
I
do
don't
you
know if
boys
it's
have
mentioned.
at the moment?
What's that?
So what?
What plans do you boys have at the moment?
Well, we're about to get out of town because we got to go do some stuff.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, if you ever find yourself in Waterdeep or you find any other information about Syrian, please, like I said before, come let me know.
Will do. Like we're about to go into the Underdark, so we might be out of contact.
Well, it might be a while until I see you, so good luck to you.
Thanks for that ringing endorsement.
Did you happen to tell her the timeline for Diamond Dew's jazz rehearsal?
1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the plan to destroy Waterdeep.
Or to take it over, whatever they're doing. They look
Yeah,
pretty
something. I think they were going to take it over, but I don't remember.
That's when he said that he would reveal his plan, not that he would
Right.
like act it out.
because they don't know the plan. They know Diamond Dew's going to tell them the plan.
Yeah. So it's like not knowing that something's coming, but like knowing that information about something that's coming is coming.
Right. So effectively, like they're going to start prepping for it. Like whatever they're doing now is part of what they've been doing the whole time. They're about to start shift to prepping for whatever this is all laying the groundwork for.
Like, you know, when you're expecting a game to be revealed at E3, that's what this.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like they're going to tell us what it's called. They're going to tell us the release date, and we're all going to be really upset that it looks like a discount freaking Robert Downey Jr. But we're going to get over it because you play him with his helmet on, so who cares?
Now, do you need a robe? We managed to pick up some robes. You know, I'm sure we could part with one, but you know, just to help you get in without anybody recognizing you.
I feel like she could get one from all the folks here that probably got it.
Oh, if I need a robe, I can just go into someone's locker and take one of theirs. Wait, that's Monty's
All right.
voice. I can go into someone's locker and take one of theirs.
There you go.
Very
You sound like yourself, kid.
of you.
Yeah, Monty is like low and piratey. She's just low.
And lizardy.
Scratchy.
Not piratey. Whew. Yeah, so she tells you she can just like get a robe from like any one of her like subordinates, like anyone that's below her.
Remember when she was gonna like kill us for saving all those civilians at the arena?
Yeah. Well, then she figured out what actually happened. You guys saved the day.
As per usual.
Yeah.
It is what we do.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here at the Order of the Gauntlet?
No.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Next time we're in town, I do want to go check out that tree in the City of the Dead. I don't remember what exactly was going on with it, but we'll check it out next time. It was posted on that board.
Okie dokie.
I think that was like part of the Grandin thing. You know, like trees
Okay.
sprouting. Yeah. It was a part of that. All right.
Never
so
mind,
you guys
I don't
are
want to do
roused?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we ain't got anything else to do.
Let's
You
get
guys,
roused.
leave the Order of the Gauntlet, and you head south towards the Trade Ward, where...
On our way out, that guy whose cape I transformed, and see if he's still wearing a transformed cape.
Yes, he's still wearing it. And you see that other people are like pointing and laughing at him. He's like, "Shut up! I don't know what happened. It must be someone else's."
I'll inform them that he's been blessed by Moradin, and they should hope for the same to happen to them. And I'll hand out a little necklace.
Hold on. I'm gonna have fun real quick. I'm gonna walk right up to him. Hey, buddy. So looks like someone done messed with your cape, right? Or this is somebody else's cape you've been saying.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I thought it had the symbol of Syrian on it, but now it's got this dumb anvil on it.
All right. And I'm like holding my hand out the pie. Like, now, for what it's worth, anvils are pretty metal, literally speaking. But what's your name, friend?
Oh, my name is Adam.
Adam, all right. You mind if I just take a quick look at that cake, see if I can figure out what's going on with it?
Yeah, sure. Please do so. And he lets
All right,
you
cool.
take a look at it.
Yo, it's got your homeboy's name stitched right here. And I hand it back to him.
Wait, no, that's impossible. This is not my cape. I love Syrian. I love him. Ah.
Good luck with that, buddy. Let's roll.
They all like people are like pointing at him and like laughing at him like, you love Morden, the dwarven god, and you're a human, you weirdo. And he's like, shut up. He's like blushing so bad.
They have better beer.
True, that is true.
Why do they all sound like the goth kids from South Park? Lord.
Wow, man, it's been a while since I've seen that. Damn.
Did you see the Panther special?
I did not, though.
I
heard about it.
It hit very, very close to home. I almost wish I didn't watch it because it just like, ugh.
It was too
It was
real.
just a bitter reality.
Yeah. The last time I saw South Park is when they was in the stands at a Broncos game. Because they put cardboard cutouts there.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about Butter's goo.
No, they straight up put cardboard cutouts of everyone in South Park at a Broncos game.
They basically did Randy's creamy goo for this episode.
Oh boy, I can only imagine.
I can't believe it's not butter. It's creamy goo.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the Emerald Enclave in the south of the Trade Ward. You see the beautiful wooden building with the beautiful trees outside of it. The flora looks like it's been extremely done very well. You walk in, and to your right is the table with the goblin Mister sitting there. And he looks at you and he says, "Hello. How may I assist you?"
I think, Rouse, can we come in?
We can go see him.
You think it?
Yeah.
So you think it, and
You can think it, you can drink it.
Rouse he hears you, but he just doesn't reply. He chooses to leave you on red.
Oh.
We're coming in. I know you're here.
I forgot we have red receipts for this.
Are you ignoring Mister and just like walking right by him?
No, I'll wave to him and say, Rouse knows.
Hi, Mr. Goblin Dude.
Hello.
Wait, Mister.
Yes,
It's
that
strange.
is my name.
Mister, don't know how much.
Mister, I didn't even know her.
If Mr. Rouse knows that you're here, you may continue.
Okie dokie. Take these broken wings.
You guys walk
That's the only
right
Mr.
by
Mister
him.
song I know.
So I was actually thinking of the Sister show, but Mr.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going for.
I think that's on Netflix
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
All right, so you guys walk right by him. You walk behind the staircase and into his
smart guy to go with.
office, and you see Rouse. He's on his chair. He's got his feet up on the table, and he says, "Ugh, I was busy. What do you guys want? Oh, wait. You needed me for something, right?"
Yes. The
Oh.
portal to Neverwinter?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I was so busy yesterday. I was getting the material components for it. But you know what? We're good now. And he stands up from his chair. Behind him is a bookcase. He pulls a book out, and then he pushes it back in. And then this
Which book is it?
It's a book on botany.
Damn it, I was hoping for something
I
ridiculous.
think the better answer was he's overflowing the connection so you can't tell exactly which book it is.
Well, you can still like see. You might be a little like hazed by it, but like he doesn't have like too many fancy books. Most of them are like history. You can see like a green. He pulls a green book out. It's on botany. The staircase turns. It rotates in the center, showing that
The
there is
staircase?
I'm sorry, the bookcase, not staircase. It rotates, showing that there is a secret room behind him. And he looks at you and he says, "All right, guys, come on through."
Okay. Oh.
All right, you guys go into this room, and it's not that big. It's about 20. It's about 25 by 25 feet. So you guys are kind of smushed in there if you're standing side by side. In the center of this room is a circle that seems to be drawn with chalk. The outer edges of the circle seem to be runes in a language that you guys don't know. Let's see. And he...
I mean, I can if we want to take time for me to read it.
I mean, you can if you want. It's not like... I mean...
Nah, it ain't going to do anything. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Let's
I'm
see.
more concerned with I want it to be a different book that he pulls. I was hoping for something silly like how to avoid large ships. Or how to talk to your cat about gun safety.
How to hide a hidden room.
If I was prepared for it, I would have come up with something like that.
Shrek 2.
He opens it up and he says, this is going to take you to Neverwinter. But not just Neverwinter, but the Emerald Enclave chapter of Neverwinter. I'm the leader here of the Waterdeep chapter, as you guys know. The leader there is Tanaya. She is an elf, and she's in charge of keeping the Neverwinter area safe.
How's that going for her right now?
What's her name?
I haven't talked to
Tanaya.
her.
Nah.
I haven't talked to her in a while. Tanaya, yes.
Tanaya Schwade?
No. I did.
Oh.
I sent her a raven, letting her know that she'd come. Hopefully, it has arrived in time. So hopefully, she's prepared for you. If not, you may arrive and she won't be prepared for you. It all depends, I guess, if it got there in time or not. But all you have to do is step in the circle, and it'll take you right there. And once you're in Neverwinter, if you step in the circle again, it'll take you right back.
Do we need to let you know if we're going to come back?
If I hear knocking on the other side of the the bookcase, I'll assume it's you.
Thank you.
But what if you're not here? You're not here a lot.
I guess you're going to be stuck, or you can break my bookcase down.
We can always move it when we're done.
I guess. I'd be
I
unhappy
mean, we
with
could
a
just
broken
cast
bookcase.
Mending on it. That'd be alright. I mean, we could just cast Mending on it once we break it.
Yeah, I guess you could. I'd rather not have a broken bookcase, but if that's something you want to do, yeah, that's fine too.
I will break a shelf and then mend it.
You walk back and you punch a shelf to crack it, and you see that it starts to sink a little bit, and he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And then you mend it, and to put it back to where it was. It's like, okay, I get it. If you break it, you'll fix it. I just don't want to be bothered by having a broken bookcase. But whatever, you'll fix it. That's fine.
I'm gonna go rearrange the book just for the heck of it.
What's
What's this? What is this? Beginner's elf spotting? I mean, hi. You spotted me.
Xardaar is looking at the bottom right corner. What does that sticker say? Asher's Book Club.
Listen, some of these books are for the new recruits. You would know about it.
Man, he got you.
Perfect.
If you can think it, you can drink it.
So this Tanaya lady, does she know anything about the fruit that we ate and the trees with the world tree and the thorns and all that? Oh, it is apparently connected to the world tree. We learned that.
I didn't let her know. All I let her know was that she should be expecting visitors soon, but that's about it.
You didn't even tell her that we were coming in through the teleportation, did you?
Well,
she's expecting us to show up at the front door and be like, "Hello."
It was too much writing. She's a very intelligent woman. I think that she'll be able to piece it together. I didn't want to write that much. You know me.
Well, hopefully she's as smart as you are lazy.
Oh yeah, she's highly intelligent. Absolutely.
She can brain blast too, right?
No, she cannot do this. No, what we're doing right here, and he starts talking, and he starts like communicating in head. So Pi, you don't hear this. This is only something that we can do together.
Don't feel left out, Pi. He didn't really say anything important.
Yeah, Pi just hears him trail off and not finish his sentence.
Yeah.
He's just
All right.
distant, and you see like ones and zeros go through his eyes. He's just confused.
Stuck in an infinite loop.
Well,
We need to find a USB that'll plug in, and then it'll be like a little, one of those little ones you put on your laptop when you're traveling to give it
And he just
Internet.
LTE.
flip it up. Just flip the little antenna up and he's good.
Well, whenever you guys are ready, all you have to do is just step right on there in that circle.
I can't wait to find a
Please, homie.
software engineer and ask him if he has an extra large dongle.
That's such a good word.
I really want to find a blue tooth, or at least just get a tooth and color it blue, and then just give that to Pi.
I could just make one. With a,
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
make
like
yourself Bluetooth enabled.
next fight you get in, you gotta like take that creature's tooth.
for sure. Pi is going to step into the circle then.
And I'm going with him.
Okay, are you guys all stepping in?
Yep,
Yeah.
I saw him turn.
And I'm taking the bus.
As soon
Cannonball!
as you step onto the circle, the magical runes surrounding the circle light up and begin to spin around you. The light gets brighter and brighter until it nearly blinds you. After a few seconds, it begins to dissipate as you see a tall elven woman standing in front of you with her arms out. It begins to dissipate as you see a tall elven woman with green skin standing in front of you with her arms out and a goblin by her side. Welcome, travelers. It's an honor to finally meet all of you.
I walk up and give her a hug.
I was going to do that, damn it.
She embraces you like you're you're a friend that she hasn't seen in such a long time. She's
I will
tall
like
too,
on.
by the way, Robbie. She's like
Okay.
6'6", and you're a little bit smaller, so you're like at her chest. She embraces
Shit.
you deeply.
I will
Shit.
latch on from behind.
And actually, this is not good.
Yes, come on, join in this embrace.
Group hug.
Come on, nice.
She embraces you.
Oh, I'm in on this.
I look at the goblin just to see what it's doing.
Come on, bro, get
Get
in
here,
here.
little dude.
The goblin just like hops on in. He's about 3 feet tall, so let's say he's like around Pi's thighs.
Yeah,
So
he just latched on.
Zardar pulls a chin poke.
What's a chinpo?
He
From
gets
Mulan, pick everyone up.
everybody and picks them up.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah. So as you're dangling like and the goblin like hangs on to Pi's thighs, he like kicks his feet a little bit.
Side, big side.
Yeah, he's on the thighs fine.
This woman, she has greenish skin. She has orange hair. She has like fall leaves, like crunchy fall leaves in her hair, and she's wearing a little I don't want to call it a crown, but like, you know, a little like band around her head that's keeping her hair in place. Some of her hair is in braids. A what?
A headband.
Headband. Yes, that's what it is. Yes.
I'm sorry, I was going with like circlet if you want to make it like it's all made out of twigs and stuff.
Or a
Yes, it is
trident.
made out of twigs. It seems to be very earthy.
She
She's
gives
giving
you
you
a-
a very like hippie-ish vibe, like
Sure,
like a hot yoga mom. That's the
Hair's in a
vibe she's
mess.
giving. What'd you say, Curtis?
Her hair's in a messy bun.
Yeah, kinda. Yes,
She's basically poison ivy then.
kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'll take that. But you know,
Okay.
tall, elvish, hot yoga.
I'm liking this, boys. I think we're in a good place.
Right? Hold on, I'm gonna roll for strength to give it a big old squeeze.
Good. She greets you all. She says, "Hello, travelers. This is my companion. His name is Sketch, and this little goblin. He seems to be like a teenage age. He has a little sketch pad beside him. He, after embracing you guys and being put down, he immediately takes a step back and steps towards his sketch pad and like starts sketching you guys out.
Ooh, I pose. Let me roll for performance.
I was already a perfect version of Morden, so he doesn't have to change at all.
Let's see. I got a 16.
Okay, he gets you in like a really good pose. Like you get it in just the right moment, you know, just before the snapshot hits.
This is performance.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pose, yeah.
18.
All right, Curtis. Yeah, she does give off that vibe.
Yeah.
But like a little more. I don't know if charismatic is the right word. Maybe a little more homely, like hospitality. You know, she's got a lot of hospitality. I don't know that much about Poison Ivy, so maybe she's very hospitable. Maybe not.
No, she's a terrorist, so.
Maybe, okay, appearance-wise, yes, Poison Ivy, but, like, personality-wise, very hospitable.
Nice.
So
I assume you're Miss Tanaya.
Yes, I am Tanaya. I'm the leader of the Neverwinter chapter of the Emerald Enclave. I got the Raven this morning saying that I would be having visitors.
All right. Oh, this felt like a McConaughey moment for me.
Let's see. So,
that's the thing about I keep getting older; they stay the same age.
Oh, I'm hundreds of years old.
That once.
Hundreds. She is an elf, so she does appear to be like, you guys know elves, like they could be thousands of years old, and you know they look like they're 25. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Rouse tells me that you're on your way to the Underdark, just outside of our city.
Oh, that's more than he told us he put in the letter.
That sounds like more than he'd be willing to write.
Oh yes, Rouse. He has he tries to maintain a cool demeanor, but he's all business, I will say. That's why he's the leader of the Emerald Enclave.
I want to use the word cool, but I catch your meaning.
Aloof.
I would have said he's a dick.
That too.
I love that there's a gap.
Pie's thighs save lives.
He's got that thigh gap.
So small, but you have such a gap.
Oh boy, Pie's thighs. Oh man, that sounds like a forbidden pie shop. You know.
That sounds like
Forbidden food.
that sounds like a bakery we need to open up next to Pain Potions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like with the receipt, you get like 10% off your pie next door.
Yep, over at Thighs Pies.
Well, she says, well, welcome to Neverwinter. So, guys, here's my question for you. Neverwinter is a port city. It is a part of a port. You know what I'm going to do on Roll20? I don't know if you guys are on there. I'm going to change you guys over to the map of Neverwinter.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bring it.
All day.
It's not as like separated into sections as Waterdeep is, but it does have like its certain sections. I'd say where you guys are at, you're in the River District. You're over here in the map. The map is like turned clockwise a little bit. So what up is west. Okay, there's a
Okay.
Or is it west?
Yeah.
So we're on the north side of the river. Got it.
Yeah, you're on the north side of the winter, but of the river. But you're on the east side of town, the northeast. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I see it. I see the compass rose.
Yes, you're about right here. And she says, well, I don't know what your plan is, but I can tell you a few places that are worth going here. It all depends on you. She says, there's a bar, the Happy Turtle. It's apparently a part of a chain, but it's the only one of that name. It's on this side.
I mean, you know what? There are enough places like that I buy it.
Fine.
Well, I mean, is it related to the salty seaman?
Yes, Monty. Man, what a brilliant entrepreneur he is. Yes, one of his companions is actually the one who runs it. The happy.
I see.
Turtle.
Okay.
And
Is it a turtle that runs it?
yes, it is actually. His name is
Okay.
Tuga.
Total name Tuga, really?
Love it.
Actually, here's what you guys know. You guys know that, and here's some history on Neverwinter. Neverwinter is known as the City of Skilled Hands. It's a friendly city of craftsmen who trade extensively via the merchants of Waterdeep. It gained its name from the skill of its gardeners, who contrived to keep flowers blooming throughout all the.
Why would you tell
Oh
him?
my god!
because
Because
it weirds him out.
All that. Let's see. Neverwinter is a multiracial city-state sitting on the northwestern coast. It's regarded by many as the most cosmopolitan and civilized city in all the land. There is a fire primordial that sits underneath Neverwinter, hundreds of miles below it, that keep it warm despite being so far in the north.
That's bad.
Well, hopefully that's not connected to the plane of fire, because they don't like me there.
Is he just chilling down there, or?
Out on the chasm.
No, he's eating it up. He ain't chilling.
So I'm not. And Tanaya speaks up and she says, "I'm not quite sure, but it's either the Drow of the Dwergar who have it chained up. If it were up to me, I think it's the Dwergar. They are more skilled craftsmen than the Drow. So I'm sure they use its flames to create weapons and architecture that is beyond our imagination."
I'm super pumped to meet the Dwergars.
Hey,
That's
boys,
on my list.
we need a primordial's flame, so this might be a good stopping point for us as well.
Do you know where I can find Stan the blacksmith?
Oh yes, Tungstan. Yes, he's over in.
I was wondering. I can't be Stan Luminium. That would make no sense.
I thought it was gonna be like sand less than steel.
So he's just north of you guys. He's by the river. You guys are just you're close to the clock tower, just where this like cluster of buildings open up or begin. He's right here next to where it literally says the River District. He says, "Oh
Where?
yes, he's received some training from some of the Dwergars. He's actually gone into the Neverwinter. I'm sorry, into the Underdark a little bit, and he's trained with them, and that's where he's gained his skills. Some say that he's the best smith above ground."
Well, that sounds like someone we might need to go talk to anyway, just to get some
I
info
will.
on the Underdark.
One still haven't met me. You're correct.
So, Miss Tanaya,
Yes.
what do you know about the Church of Syrian? Because they're a big old problem in Waterdeep.
Well, we've been fortunate that they haven't been here. I have heard some stories about the Church of Syrian, but at the moment, there is no Church of Syrian here in Waterdeep. We do have
Awesome.
a Church of Marjorie, which is the goddess that you guys met.
We met her once.
It's run by a dwarf. His name is Garcer Goldheart. And there's also a Church of the Raven Queen.
All right, let's go church hopping. I feel like we can get some decent info at both of them.
Yeah.
I actually
One
feel
of those
like
gods, the person.
Anne would probably become a follower of Marjorie just because she's all about balance. And he's not necessarily evil, but he's not a good guy.
I mean, Marjorie is like true neutral.
Yeah.
But like, you don't have to be true neutral to like follow her, you know?
Hey, boys, I think I'm going to become a Marjorie follower.
Hi nudges you really hard.
Did
Hey,
she
I mean-
use hold person on you?
My brother over here. And Marjorie's good friends with your boy. Don't worry about
Uh,
I mean, there's worse things he could get into.
it. Yeah,
I-
at least not into drugs or anything like that. Like someone else here. As I like tip my head towards you, Pi.
I meant what you said.
I said, at least I'm not into drugs like someone else here.
I didn't know any drugs.
Well, you got some on you. I saw you take them from that other guy.
Aye, they're confiscated.
All right.
Keep 'em.
It's evidence.
That you're keeping for yourself.
Speaking of
Right.
Miss Tanaya, do
Performing
y'all
an
have a problem?
investigation. I need to keep track of what I've found.
So, Miss Tanaya, speaking of what they're going on about, do y'all have a problem with Arcane around these parts?
Arcane. Well, we have received some mysterious packages from some ships that had no business being here. They dropped off a few items, nothing valuable, no food, no livestock, and then they left. But we do have a guild, a security force here. The Winter's Watchmen. They seem to have kept an eye on all this.
All right, sounds like we might need to check in with them, see if they've got any info on some of the stuff we've run into.
Well, they're very secretive. They're not. They don't have an official building. They seem to be the type of people that they find you instead of you find them.
Got it. All right, let's go get a whole bunch of bottles of ale, and I'll get wasted and start blasting empties. It worked once.
Okay. So where do you guys want to go?
I'd like to stop by Tongue Stands.
Okay. You guys stop by Tungstand, and Tungstand,
That one again?
just like his brother Al. Hey!
Or that
Welcome
one.
to Stan's Metal. What can I get for you?
I've been sent here by Al. Actually, no, it wasn't Al. It was the Morden priest. Fuck.
I forgot his name, but.
So did I.
Oh yeah, you know my brother Al and the priest. Yeah, I know those guys. Yeah, we're cool, if you know what I mean. We're pretty cool together. Yeah.
I got some fire gems for you.
Oh, what is it that you got?
Fire damage gems. That's what it says. Fire damage gems. When I wrote it down.
All right. Oh yeah, I can do some magical engineering here for you. What do you want me to put this in?
Well, it was a delivery for you. So.
Wait. The priest wanted you to deliver it to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while. Oh yeah, the priest. Yeah, the Church of Morden. Listen, I love those guys. The anvil that he strikes on whenever he does his sermon, I made that anvil. And I made it so that no matter what, no matter how many strikes, you can never break that anvil.
Why did you? I managed to forge one of these gems into my hammer on that anvil.
You forged it in there?
Aye.
Listen, that requires a level of skill that not everyone has. So if you can do it, then you know what? I respect you, brother.
And to ye. And I'll give him a big robot handshake.
Dude,
but it'll be like you grab arms.
A predator handshake.
Yes. Oh, that's hands, but I like that more.
He gives you a predator handshake. You guys grab each other's forearms.
Predator handshake, they grab hands and it's super hard.
Yeah, like you reach far enough, and this guy, he's big too. He's like 6'4". He's a human, but just like Armstrong. He's pretty muscular. He gets all his workout from fucking hitting hammers all day.
He's the teacher's husband.
He is shirtless, I will say.
Sig.
He's Sig. Not Armstrong, he'd be Sig.
You son of a bitch.
That's it. When he sees him for the first time, he goes, Dylan, you son of a bitch.
There you go. He said, well, thank you for delivering this. Well, is there anything I can do for you guys?
What do you have to do?
I clicked it from the damn tenor board, so.
What a beautiful moment that was.
Right?
Well, let's see. You have anything you can do with these? As I pull out the 2 daggers that I got from Al. I'd say I bought these from your brother, and they're pretty good. But I'm just curious if you're able to improve on them anymore.
So he takes your daggers and he starts examining it. He's like, "Yeah, this definitely looks like my brother's work, right?" He tells you that with the he tells you that for 150 gold, he can increase the damage die on it. So your dagger does 1d4 piercing plus 1d4 of the elemental damage. For 150 gold, he can increase it to 1d4 piercing plus 1d6 of the elemental damage.
All right, I can dig that.
So which one are you leaving with?
Oh, sorry.
I'm leaving both.
All right, here's the thing. I'm pretty famous around these parts. It's going to take me some time. This is going to take me at least tomorrow to get to.
You guys okay with hanging out for a day?
Yeah, I feel like we got some stuff we got to check out.
Can you do that with other equipment?
Listen,
I'd say, yeah, now I kind of want you to...
If you've got the materials, I can do it. So at the moment, the materials that he has is those firestones that Curtis dropped off, that Pi dropped off. He doesn't have any other like stones that can add like an elemental type thing or make a weapon magical at the moment.
Oh, I didn't know.
He's just fixing his brother's like mistakes when he was forging the blades.
For you, yes, because your weapon was already magical. He's just improving it. But with like with the stones that that Pi gave him, he can add those stones to another weapon and make those magical.
So basically, I already have a magical weapon that I was hoping to take. So I was hoping to go from a to go up a die type like you did with that. If that's not doable, and I get it. And the other one was I have a shield, and I thought maybe he could make it into a +1 shield.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Dude, what is your AC going to be at? 24?
He's currently at 24 because he gets an extra bonus from one of his what do you call it? Like class features or whatever.
Oh my god. Man, I hope these fights are fucking balanced.
So he'll be at 25 if you do that.
He says, well, okay, so what materials do you want to present him with to upgrade your shield with?
I mean, I grab 100 gold worth of Moradin amulets and just turn them into malleable metal.
I don't know.
If that's doable.
Honestly, man,
Let me check and see if I've got anything magical I can throw away.
If you want something magical, I mean...
feel like you would have to sacrifice something magical to make that happen. Like, not just like... Because you guys have a shit ton of gold, you know? So I feel like you would have to sacrifice something that is magical in order to get that upgrade. Listen, Curtis, against Pi, I have given up on hitting him. It's all wisdom saving throws and dexterity saving throws coming his way.
I can get him 1 day's worth of rations.
That's not magical. Pi doesn't even...
All I have are potions. I don't have anything I can help you with.
What do you think he could do if I gave him my poison breath amulet to like put that on my shield?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
So I was thinking like if I take damage, I could like have instead of 2 charges for poison breath, I could have like it shoots poison out at the attacker.
I think that like logistically that wouldn't work. Because, like, it needs breath, you know? Like, you need to actually breathe. I don't think that, like, a shield can breathe.
Okay. No big deal. It's all I have, because I ain't giving him Frostbrand.
In that case,
that's as good as it is.
Yeah. I'm not giving him my Mind Mugger's nets either.
Does he have a shield of expression?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Like I don't have like any items that he currently has, so let me look that up.
it doesn't add any bonus. It's just a vanity thing.
Let me see it real quick.
You
Oh,
just
no.
take it, like, change its face, right?
I was just gonna make it more in space.
What could you do with a jar of bees?
Yeah.
I can let them free, I guess.
They'd probably be angry. I wouldn't recommend that.
So it's a regular shield, it still gives you that +2. Wait, okay, yeah, I can sell you a shield of expression for, let's say, 150.
And what would you give me in trade for this shield?
The current shield you have.
Yeah, he can at least use it for scrap.
He says, I mean, you're right. I can use it for scrap, and he's like at like a it's like a building with like a little like table in front of it, where like the people that are buying stuff don't really get to go inside the building. He says, I mean, I got a lot of scrap. I guess I'll give you like 25 gold for it.
How about you drop the price to 120 and you can have it and the blessings of Marden, and I give him a Marden amulet along with it.
He looks at the Morden amulet and he's like, I mean, I'm a follower of Majri. You know, that's how smithing works. You know, you get out what you get, what you put in. It's still gonna be 125.
You find anything near
Huh?
Keep
anything
blessing.
near there?
Okay, so
Little
instead of
lot.
costing you 150,
Yeah.
it'll cost you 125.
All right, that's fair. Cool. And I think from the description it says I can use a bonus action to change the face's expression, but I assume I can also make it into a face that I want it to look like with my abilities. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Probably, yeah.
Dope. Add that. Subtract that. Oh my god, why is it this? All right. Remove.
All right, anywhere else you guys would like to go?
Now, hold on. I haven't asked anything yet.
Okay. Hey, what about you, big
Hold
fella?
on,
What can I do
hold
for
on.
you, man?
I haven't asked anything yet. I show him the moon touched. Hold on.
Damn it, Dylan.
My bad.
That's his name. I show him the moon touched longsword, and
Double D.
will this still glow if it's melted down and made into something else?
So you hand him the sword and he unsheaths it, and he sees that like light immediately starts pouring out of it, and he says, "You know what? Yeah, it looks like it's not the. It looks like it's the metal that's enchanted here. I mean, if you want me to, I can make some arrowheads out of this metal here. I can make about 6 arrows.
Don't do that.
I don't want arrowheads. I want it to still be on me because I need the light.
So what do you want? You want like some kind of armor or something?
Put it as a sight on your crossbow.
I was about to suggest
Oh,
that.
my God.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Like something I could mount on my bow, like a little guy.
Well, it looks like it's producing this much light because it's, you know, all the metal together. If you want a little sight on your crossbow, it's not going to produce as much light. But I mean, I can do that for you if you want.
I wonder if you could turn it into a target lantern almost on the end of the bow. So it'll shoot out like a spotlight.
Make it a hat, like a miner's
Oh,
helmet.
yeah.
I'm going to be honest with
Oh,
you.
I actually have a miner's helmet.
I don't know how to do that on Roll20.
What'd you say, Robbie?
I said I actually, I don't know why my character has it, but I have a miner's helmet.
It has a lamp on it?
Yeah, a hooded lantern helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't put out a ton of light. This thing would probably be way cooler if he was to like combine that, but
Like on the dynamic lighting on Roll20, I know how to give you like 360 degrees of light. I don't know how to give you like precision
Directional.
direction. Yeah.
I mean, could it be like a handguard plus a sight, or could it be mounted on my Beastmaster lens?
Dude, make it a gauntlet.
I think that
Like,
the problem here
Your
is
glove for when you fire. There.
you would need to use like all of the metal to give
Yeah.
you the same effect. So like just
So
like
could
a
it be
sight, like a sight is like a very small thing, you know. It wouldn't give you like 30 feet of light, you know.
Could it just be like a bracer for my other arm? That way I can just keep it covered when I don't need it. Because it says it sheds light when it's unsheathed, so I just have to cover it when I don't need the light.
So you want him to make you like a gauntlet type thing that you can cover up when you want?
Yeah, because I have the green dragon hide on my left arm. Like I could just have either something on my right arm or something like
Okay.
buckles and straps
Hey,
to go
like,
on the green dragon hide.
I think that if you look at the amount of metal that a sword has versus the amount of metal that a gauntlet has, I think that it's pretty good. Or it's the same.
Because it doesn't even have to cover his hand. It's just like a bracer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bracer.
Yeah, I think that works.
And it's only 3 pounds of metal, so whatever. It'll do nothing to Xardaar.
You could also
You
just
want
make it really, really, really dense and put it wherever you want.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he says he can do that. It'll give you like the same amount, but like instead of a sword, it's a gauntlet. He can do that. He tells you it'll just same thing. It'll take you it'll be ready tomorrow, or
Too
maybe
small.
even tonight if he gets through all his stuff quickly. Let's see.
I wonder if we could offer him a little more to bump us up in the queue.
Hey, listen, if you wanna, he looks around. He's like, if you wanna offer me a little bit more, maybe I can get started on this thing right away.
I would be willing to pitch in some extra money to help you guys get your stuff if everyone else will.
He slams.
Hey, what you need, buddy?
And he says, "You need this right now, 500."
500 extra or
500
to get
extra. Yep.
To get it how
It
early?
would be the next order done.
I don't know, 2 or 3 hours.
I don't think we needed that soon.
Nah, that's all right. Not for that much. Not for a lot.
I put my hand on White Fang. Yeah, I put my hand on White Fang in my chest, like, your brother fashioned this arm.
what you want, kid?
Okay, yeah, and that's why I make more money than he does. Listen, not
That's
only are
fair.
you paying for my skill and my quality, but you're also paying for my time.
Can you improve it?
His time? I think he's
No,
I think
for that
he's
amount
got
of
regular
money, I can
time.
only get it to you faster.
I wonder if he's ever seen anything like Morden's portable workshop.
I mean,
I'm just gonna say,
he's got a workshop.
yeah, but this is I just want to show him because I think he'd be interested in it.
Up to you, man. He's like,
Hey, I
all
wanna-
right. How about 300?
And that's on top of.
Yeah. So Anne, I think I gave you a price. Xardaar, I didn't give you a price for your thing. Your thing is gonna cost. He's gonna tell you it's about 150 gold. If you guys want it today instead of tomorrow, it's gonna be an extra 300 gold on top of it.
Is that to get everybody's stuff done today, or just?
Yes, everybody's stuff done today. Well, Pi, you didn't you're not getting anything modified. You just bought a shield.
No, I just wasn't sure how many people were getting other stuff. That's fine.
Yeah, so everything will be done today for an extra 300 gold. So 150 each or 75 a piece. Whoops.
I'm fine. I don't need my stuff that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it that fast.
Hold on, guys. I spilt my drink a little bit. I'm gonna get a paper towel real quick.
All right.
Bye, baby.
That's no bueno,
All of a sudden, this computer just shuts off.
right?
Ooh, those thighs.
Vinny's thighs save lives.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, that was pretty great.
If you can take it, you can drink it. I really love the appropriation of the Shrinky Dinks theme.
Oh yeah, I'm not above that. We ought to try playing my Among Us at some point.
I play it.
It'd be a
It's
lot
great.
of fun. It looks so good.
The first time I played it, like my third game, I was the imposter. I was the only imposter for 10 people. I got down to the last 4 before the person who figured out I was the imposter was actually a friend of someone who enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
Also, I didn't tell you guys, but it's like storming and raining out. The weather is very bad.
Oh, lame.
Can't always be sunny and fall. It's like a
And,
stormy fall day.
It's always
Does he
sunny
have
in the
any magical? Does he have any magical longbows?
He does not. He says
Okay.
he only makes like magic items when he's presented with the materials to make them magical.
Does he have any god-slaying weapons?
He thinks about it for a second, and then he says no.
What does the guy say at the Solitude Fletcher? He's like, "Oh, would you like a bow that shoots rainbows and a quiver that dispenses beer?"
Yes. Yep.
Please. Sounds amazing.
So he says, all right, this will be ready tomorrow morning. Come pick it up in the morning. Yeah, come pick it up in the morning. Where else would you guys like to go? I'd say it's around 1 to 2 o'clock-ish by now.
We were going to go to the churches.
Which
Yeah,
church would you
I'm
like
gonna
to
check
go?
out Margaret.
Marjorie?
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Margaret.
I want to go to the Morgan one too to introduce myself.
Rachel, Margaret, and Marty.
Here, there is no Church of Moradin here, Curtis.
I'm going back to the portal, and I'll see you guys in the next story arc.
All right, pal. Hey, pal, tell Morgan I said hey.
Okay.
Morgan.
So there is the Church of Marjorie and the Church of the Raven Queen. Which one do you guys want to go to?
I'm gonna go
Both.
check out Margaret.
Which one?
Well, let's do.
Margaret.
Let's do both.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do both. But let's do Maggie May first.
All right,
Maybe
Marjorie.
she'll talk to us a bit.
All right, so you guys start heading towards. Let's see. You head a little bit north towards the Black Lake district. That's where the churches are going to be at.
That's
And
west.
Wait a minute. This is
Oh yeah, that's not because everything's like rotated,
yeah.
so we're heading.
I'm sorry, you're actually headed west.
West.
Yeah, because the map is weird. Yes. All right, so you head west. The Church of Marjorie here, it's very expertly created. It's not just like a building that they stuck up together. The architecture of this building, it was 100% created by dwarves. Dwarves created this building. It's white marble slab. There is beautiful light. There's a lot of openings that allows a lot of natural light to come in, though it is kind of cloudy today. The ceilings are closed off, so no rain comes in. There's a beautiful garden in front of the church and a path that leads towards the entrance.
I was going nuts, taking in all the dwarven architecture. Hi, Maggie.
So as soon as you walk in, there is a little like entrance area where the ceiling goes all the way up. There's a beautiful stained glass window where the colors blend naturally. On the left-hand side, it starts black, and as it progresses to the right-hand side of the stained glass, it goes to white. And Marjorie is perfectly centered, kind of signifying that she is in the gray. She's in between. She is the balance between white and black, dark and light.
Man, why you gotta make this a white and black thing?
It was a good analogy, I thought.
Fair enough.
So you guys walk
I would've gone with
through.
yin-yang.
The ceilings are like 50 to 60 feet high. You walk up, and at the very end of this long walkway, there is a dwarf. He appears to be balding up top, but he still has longish hair. It almost looks like he has a mullet. His beard is twisted into braids. And where's he at? Yeah, that's what you know about him so far. So he sees you guys approaching, and he says, "Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Church of Marjorie. What can I do for you?"
Howdy. I'm here to get some pamphlets on Marjorie. I'd like to read up and see what the hoopla is all about.
Oh, well, Marjorie, yes, she is the goddess of balance. She makes sure that everything is equal and right in the world, and in this play and everywhere else.
What kind of rituals or dedications, whatever rites you have to perform as a follower of Marjorie?
Well, Marjorie, usually you have to start over. That's something that happens with Marjorie. Me, myself, I was a very rich man. I made a lot of money mining in the Underdark. He's a Dwergar, by the way. So on top of all the descriptions that I described to you, he also has like a grayish skin tone. I made a lot of money. I discovered a lot of gold and a lot of precious minerals, and I sold it all to these folk up here above ground. But it never filled the space I had in my heart. I came up here to the surface world, and I discovered this church, and after praying for some time, I decided to give my fortune away. And now I'm dedicating the rest of my life here. I've finally found balance.
I think I'd rather keep my stuff. Thank you.
Oh, that's fine. You're welcome to it.
Yeah, I'll praise her in my own way.
Say that again, Robbie.
I said I'll praise her in my own way.
Yes, of course, of course. What did you say, Curtis?
I was going to say, I commend you for giving away the belongings you don't need. But I wonder what the dwarf mother would think of it. Of you living your life for another god.
Well, I was a follower of Morden for quite some time. And as you know, Morden, he cast us down. He turned his eyes on us. And I decided to dedicate my life to someone who's going to look at me instead of look away.
I, as Curtis, did not know that.
So you don't. So based on the dump that I had on you guys 2 weeks ago, the
Phrasing, my God.
The plot dump.
That big old dump.
This evil god that you guys don't know who it is yet. He gained his power from having, he tipped the balance towards him a little bit, right? So he made it so that the dwarves were evil. The Dwergar were evil. Because he made it that the Dwergar were evil, Moradin cast them away underground. And now, and this was, at a beginning of time type of thing, like the first century of existence. Nowadays, not all Dwergar are evil. But because of how they came to be, a lot of people still see them as evil. Moradin, they're not in Moradin's light anymore because they're underground.
I see a lot of opportunity here. Cool. I gotta think. I'll come back to him another time.
So with that, Morden may not necessarily have turned his back on them still, like at the time, but over time things have kind of changed. Not all are evil, so and perhaps he's not.
I think that instead of saying that the Dwergar are evil because they're underground, it's better to say that they're underground and now they're mad that they're forced to be underground. So that's how I would phrase it. They're not evil; they're just angry that they're underground.
Well, so what we learned from Marjorie, don't she basically outrank Morden anyway?
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, yeah.
It's one of the original 3.
Exactly.
There's like
So-
lesser, mid, and then greater gods, and then there's Majri and the other 2.
Another question. So, he's hurt in some way by light. Would that kind of be maybe not necessarily symbolic, but of Morden's light could potentially be harmful to him, and that's how the Dwargar are perceiving it?
Wait. So say that you're saying that Morden's light is harmful towards the Dwargar that are above ground, so they turn towards something else.
Yeah. So, the sunlight hurts them. So.
Yeah, they do have the sunlight sensitivity. I would say so. Yeah. It's like Neverwinter is like the Pacific Northwest. It's like Washington, Oregon. It's very
Really
foresty.
shiny and.
Yeah. So he's able to be okay up here. Like, you guys haven't seen a Dwargar anywhere in Waterdeep. Nowhere there. Or a Drow, for that matter. But here in Neverwinter, where it's like a little bit more cloudy and rainy, you're more likely to see them.
So it's Forks.
Yes, it's Forks, Washington. Yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering if, maybe just the simple fact that light hurts them, and everybody's like, "Oh, the light of Morden, be with you," or whatever.
No,
Maybe there's some kind of cultural association with it, not necessarily that Morden's turned on them anymore.
No, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So, question for you, friend, before we go on our way.
Yes.
We're about to head into the Underdark because we need to find some of this fancy magical moss called Oramikos. You ever heard anything about that?
Yeah, I heard about it. It's I've never really come close to it, but it's definitely magical. It's some dwarves around my old city. They used to find it, and it gave them some powers here and there, but it would fizzle away real quick. Let's see. You had to dig a lot for it. It was very deep underground, and the Underdark, we're already pretty deep underground. So even while you're down there, you got to keep on digging until you find it. Every now and then you could find a vein that had it, but not too often.
You said it was in your town?
It is. I mean, I found a few spots here and there near my town. I'm from Gontalgrim. Gontalgrim, which is it's a Dwargar city underground. Gauntlgrym. That's where he's from. It's
I already missed that. Hang on. Gauntl.
Grym. It's like the
That's a lot of
Dwargar
concepts
city
in a row.
underground. It's like New York City, but for Dwargar.
Well, I hear there's a fire primordial down there.
Yes, there is. Have you met Stan yet?
Yeah, we ran into Stan.
Stan is
Unless the fire primordial's name is also Stan.
No. Stan is gifted. He's met with some other Dwargar underneath, only a few hundred feet underneath, not that deep. But the greatest smith in all the world is the king of Gontalgrim. He harnesses the power from the primordial itself to forge the weapons.
What's his name?
His name is...
Battle Pawn.
Dramatic pause. That's his name.
His name is King Hemilir Drowsbane.
Holy shit, that's so cool. King...
Name it.
Hemilir Drowsbane.
Spell the first name?
Hemmolir.
And Drowsbane is spelled like it sounds?
Yeah, Drowsbane.
Yeah, with 3 Qs.
So if I had to wager, I'd guess he's on excellent terms with the Drow, huh? As long as they stay the fuck away from him.
Well, we've had a long-standing altercation with the drow. Some of us have been able to grow and look beyond it, but Gauntlgrim is strictly a Duergar only city. Anyone who's not a Duergar sticks out like a sore thumb. A sore thumb. I've never seen him. I've been up here for decades now, and you look at him, he's like a oldish looking dwarf. Dwarves aren't as old as elves. He looks like he's about a few hundred years old. I haven't been down in the city for quite some time. I remember when he first rose and took power over the Mountain Bashers, and I knew that was time for me to go.
Let's go fight some mountains.
So what you guys know is that King Hemmelir isn't the rightful king. He took power from someone else.
From the Mountain Bashers. The Mountain Bashers being the original royal family, the ones with the rightful claim to the throne, I take it.
Yes, the Mountain Bashers. I heard that he slayed the entire clan.
Bummer. Even Anastasia?
Yes, even her. All right.
I was going to ask you, can you tell us anything about Castle Greenrun or even Castle Crow's Keep?
Look at the map real quick. Oh yeah, so Castle Greenrun and Castle Crow's Keep. They've been in contention for ruling this continent for quite some time. They seem to just fight back and forth. One side winning, and then a few years later, the other side retaliates and wins. So they just keep going back and forth. Because of this constant turnover of power, cities like Neverwinter and Waterdeep have become city-states in which we rule ourselves. Let's see. Crow's Keep is a little bit further north. They have the colder environment there, which is not very sustainable, so they do have to rely on trading with other cities. They mostly trade with Brimstone's Edge, which has some supplies, whereas Castle Greenrun, they have better access to Neverwinter, Waterdeep, all the other cities here on the continent, and are more successful. Right now, Castle Greenrun is the ruler of this continent, even though we rule ourselves. They are king in name only.
Yeah, I ain't vote for him. Monty Python reference.
Hey, is there anywhere in town that we can get magic items?
I would imagine Stan is the only man that you can get it from, but if he doesn't have anything, I don't know where else you want to go.
Is there anywhere in the Underdark where we can get magic items?
Oh yes, we can go to Gauntlgrim, absolutely. The most skilled artificers and blacksmith in the world live in Gauntlgrim. The king being the most skilled of all.
Ah, you said that. So the chasm, is that the entrance to the Underdark, or is that just?
It's not. It's just like a hole in Neverwinter.
Huh. The abyss. All right.
It's like if you, I don't know if you guys have Roll20 opened up right now, but on the handout, the opening to the Underdark, it's just east of Neverwinter. There's like a little hole in the map.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, like just south of where the mountain range starts, like the southwest. Yeah.
So are we going to try and pop out on the other side of Castle Greenrun?
Wait, what would you say, Robbie?
I said, are we going to try and pop out on the other side of Castle Greenrun?
I mean, once you get down there, who knows where you're headed?
Oh dear. We're coming out the volcano. Got it.
I don't see a hole in the ground.
It's like it's not in the ground. It's by the mountain range, like where the mountain range starts.
Which map am I supposed to be looking at? I'm looking at the Neverwinter map. Is that not the right one?
No, not
No,
the
No,
world
the-
map. The world map.
Full size.
I say it's not quite a day's travel by horse. So like we could walk there in a day or two.
Yeah. All right. So guys, my goal is to at least like get you guys to the Underdark by tonight. But it obviously depends on like who you want to talk to, where you want to go. So, what would you like to do?
I mean, if that's where the magic weapons are.
Is there anyone in town that can cast Awaken?
Must have crashed the lake troll.
Since you're new to town, I don't think that. Oh, wait, are you asking the priest?
Yes.
I would imagine that the most powerful spellcaster is Tanaya. I would ask her.
What would you say is the purpose of the House of 1,000 Faces?
Is that a Neverwinter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's next to Black Lake.
Robbie, I'm gonna tell you, I have no idea. This is just a map of Neverwinter.
Okay. Well, never mind. It sounds like it's probably nothing important.
Well, I'm good with going to the Church of the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We should go say hi.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah, I
to do
should
that.
let her know this is where I am.
All right, so the Church of the
You did
Raven
kind of
Queen
vanish
is like
from
in the
Waterdeep.
same area that you guys are currently at. You go in there, and the architecture is it's very different than the architecture of the Church of Mauchery. It's very gothic looking, very medieval. Like instead of white marble, it's dark stones stacked on top of each other that at the very top come to points. Not a whole lot of stained glass. You walk in, and it's indistinguishable from like being in a dungeon. There are torches lighting it up instead of windows that like let in natural light. It's very dark in there. There is a carpet that runs down the center of this church aisle that is purple. There is someone at the end of the aisle. It's very empty except for like a few very old humans that are sitting down there
Makes sense.
praying. The person who appears to be in charge is a pastor at the end of the aisle. He is also a human who appears to be very old at all. I would say like 60s, 70s. He doesn't have a beard. He has long white hair, lots of wrinkles and liver spots. He is kneeling on the steps before you get to the end of this aisle, and he notices you and he says, "Hello. Welcome to the Church of the Raven Queen. How can I help you?"
Well, I mean, I'm mostly just here to check in with the boss lady, let her know this is where I am because I just teleported here. So if you give me a sec,
Yes.
and I'm gonna go over to the altar, grab my amulet, pray right quick, and be like, "Hey, boss, I know I disappeared. I'm over here now."
You see that there is a window, but it's closed, like it can never be opened. You do see a silhouette on the window ledge of what appears to be a bird on the other side of the window. You hear, "Oh, so you're in Neverwinter now. What are you doing again?"
So we're gonna go into the Underdark. We need to get some fancy moss or amigos to seal away whatever Syrian's real name is,
"Oh, yes.
and it's
Ormikos.
the closest entrance.
The ancient moss. Well, I think that you're aware that my birds can't follow you down there."
Yeah, you know, I figured as much. Ain't really their thing. I think I'll be all right though.
Well, I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so given that, I'm just now getting an idea of what kind of paladin I apparently signed up to be. Would it be safe to say that I'm effectively a paladin of death,
Well,
given what you do?
I think that death is it's an okay term. It's not the best term. I am not the one that does the killing. I am the one that does the judging. I determine whether you go on to your final resting place or if you go to hell. Which is why all of these elders turn towards me. And you look at the church and it's just like old humans, like old ancient humans that they're just trying to get into heaven. That's all they're doing.
Right. It's like a presidential debate up in here. I got it.
Yes. But I do understand why others associate me with death, because once you die, I am the judge, jury, and executioner, so to speak.
I mean, they're already dead, so that part seems redundant.
Yes, of course.
So, does this make me like the bailiff?
That's a good way of putting it, yes.
Alright, cool. I'm putting my sheriff's badge on.
And I must thank you, Robert. You have sent me 199 souls.
But I took as many back. Oh, well, I took 183 back. Like, most of that was a trade I made.
Yes, I guess it was a trade, but... Curtis, I don't even know what that's from, but that's hilarious.
That's from The Sopranos.
That's from what?
It's from The Sopranos when one of the guys gets paid and he looks out the window and there's this raven staring in at him.
I love it.
Well, you took souls away and then you sent them right back to me. The way I'm looking at it, you sent those souls to me.
Great. That totally makes me feel better about it. Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Really
Good job.
appreciate it.
Good job in murder.
Although I will say, Robert, there are more souls coming my way than usual.
Huh. Do you know if they happen to be concentrated anywhere in particular, or if it's all over?
It appears to be, I can't really tell where they're coming from, but I would imagine that they're coming from all over.
Okay. Okay. And I assume you don't, like, you're not so much about making sure people die when they're supposed to as much as people just get to you the way they're supposed to.
Yes.
Alright, so you don't really mind if I try and slow this down because, I mean, you get them all in the end, right?
Oh yes, of course, that is totally fine. They all get to me eventually.
Alright, cool. This means I get to go be good because, I mean, you get them all eventually. I'm good with that. I can handle that. I'm gonna use this to justify it to myself.
And tell your friends that I thank them for sending the other souls my way.
The boss says thanks for sending her souls.
White Fang barks.
Yeah, White Fang with his, 2 kills, I think. Yeah, 2 kills.
He hasn't attacked. He just defends himself right now.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I think Anne has the most kills. He's got 20.
Yeah.
Robert,
Well,
199 minus 187, so I think Robert really has 12, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but White Fang is the most lethal. The only 2 creatures he's hit, he killed.
I mean,
There you go.
that's true. He's
That in the house.
It's true.
Yeah.
He cherry picks like a mother. Like he avoids it until there's someone he knows he could take down in one bite.
Yep.
I mean, that's all he needs to do. Keep me from getting overrun and then just take what he can.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
So
We should turn these into batting averages.
So, hey, Anne, seeing how Margaret didn't work out, you want to join up here?
I don't know. This seems a little creepy for my taste.
I would say that
Yeah.
the Raven Queen is definitely chaotic neutral, not true neutral. There is some chaos in there.
Which is weird because Robert's totally neutral good.
Yeah. I mean, Anne's pretty
He's
chaotic
definitely-
neutral.
He's definitely a good boy, but the rules ain't important to him.
All right. So,
Yeah.
so where else would you guys like to go?
I drop like 10 coins in the little offering thingy on the way out.
All right. The
Like here for the wrinkles.
bows to you.
I flip a coin in and I say, "Here you go, Rachel."
We really haven't rolled a lot tonight. Okay.
I'll say I'll take a swipe at him.
I wish we could get Roust in here so we could have Ross and Rachel.
Nice. Curtis, I am just like, me and Dylan have discussed this, but like, the fact that you haven't put the pieces together is just...
It's hilarious. And does an 18 hit?
Oh yeah.
Cool. I'll pop you in the back of the head for calling her Rachel.
What are you talking about, man? You know she loves it.
I mean, remember that time she basically like was going to crush you just to show you that she could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she put you down because she didn't want to upset me for no reason.
It's just, it's in term of endearment, and it's growing on her. I promise.
First off, that's my lady. You back off because I'm distracting out everywhere else. I know she gonna get in the end, so you know. That's my single by the time I hit 40 agreement I got going on.
I'm that one life that she wants so bad that she's willing to take it herself.
Oh,
all right, hey boss, you want me to send him your way? Because I'll do it.
No.
Not right now, but eventually I'll do it.
I will see him eventually. It's fine.
Vinny, what are these
All
pieces that I haven't put together? What is this in relation to?
Oh, no, I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
No, is it in relation to like the campaign as a whole, or is it just like something smaller? That's basically what I'm...
It's straight up for flavor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
That's all
let
I want.
Dylan answer.
I want to make sure there wasn't some like major thing about the campaign that I'm missing that I should have...
No, it's strictly for aesthetics.
Yeah, it's just party living.
All right. So where would you guys... By the way, at the end of this, I have like a math puzzle that I can't wait until you guys get to.
7.
Where would you guys like to go to next? It's like, you know,
The Underdark.
clockish. The bar?
The Underdark.
You want? I mean, if you don't.
I mean, don't we gotta wait till tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, we do. Ugh. Let's go to
Yeah,
sleep.
well, we can get that away. That'll help.
So where do you want to go to next?
Let's go to the bar and drink the night away.
The Happy Turtle. Okay.
Let's see if we can get t-shirts from them too.
So you guys go to the Happy Turtle. It's still on the, I want to call it the east side, but technically that's the north side of Neverwinter. It's just north of the River District. Let's see. You guys go in there, and it's not as busy as the Salty Seaman. It still has like a lot of families in there, mostly eating. Instead of like a bar vibe, it gives off more of a restaurant vibe. The layout, however, is almost the exact same. The bar is like on the left-hand side. There's a staircase heading above the bar that leads to like a private second floor where you do see an office and like an area that overlooks the first floor. Tons of restaurants.
Can I get an order of jalapeno poppers and some boneless wings?
Yeah, so you take a seat and...
Saucy nugs.
Okay. So, yeah, you stop by over there, and let's see, you get some jalapeno poppers. There's not... The staff here is not entirely run by Tabaxi. It's, like, mostly humans. There's, like, a tiefling and, like, a half-elf here and there, but it's not all Tabaxi. You do see, sitting at the bar, a turtle who is just sipping a drink. He seems a little grumpy. He's giving off a grumpy vibe.
Dang, I was hoping it was a lady turtle.
Wait, so do they actually have wings here?
Do they what?
Do they actually have wings here? Like, he ordered boneless wings. Do they actually have them?
They do, yeah. They give you boneless wings,
All right.
breaded, yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember the wing menu at Island Bar. We went there years ago, but they had peanut butter and jelly wings. which are actually really good. And I'm curious if this place has them.
They have peanut butter and jelly wings.
God, get them.
Oh, jeez.
Pie
Are you going to analyze them and see how to make them?
In the Underdark with whatever meat we find.
It's
But,
raspberry jelly. For sure.
Isn't he the cook that was on Monty's ship?
No, that was Donahue. Tuga was I don't know, someone else on the ship, like the inspector.
First mate or something like that.
Yeah, another term that I should know but don't.
Quartermaster?
Yeah, the mascot.
No, he
Who's
said
the cook
quartermaster.
here?
Oh, Portmaster? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Quartermaster. God damn.
Quartermaster? I mean,
God,
Master,
really?
you were stationed on like a submarine, right?
No.
No.
Everybody
Just-
knows what master is, though.
Just say boatswain's mate. My God.
Yeah, let's say that. He was a boatswain's mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
Close
still
enough. Let it go. It's not spelled like it's pronounced, so let it go,
I
Falcon.
know.
He looks very much like the Peanut from like what's the peanut brand that we all know?
planted.
Yeah,
Planters.
He's got a monocle. He's got a little top hat. He's got a little cane. But he's very tall. He's like 6'3" or so.
Is he like Master Oogway crossed with the planters?
Yes.
I
would
you
say
know-
he's like a little bit younger than Master Oogway. Still very
Okay.
old, but like not that ancient yet.
The web is so
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, so this human comes back with your jalapeno poppers and your peanut butter and jelly wings. And he says,
I gotta say, who's the cook here?
oh,
Is
the
it
cook?
Gavin Timbers? I heard that he was a good cook.
Gavin Timbers? No, I've never heard of that guy, no.
Okay.
Isn't that
I
the
hear
fellow
he
that can
cooks
make
with
everything
humans.
eat a chicken?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, apparently he cooks with people too.
I mean, I don't know. Our cook is just a human.
Oh, yeah.
His name's Jeff, but yeah, that's it.
Jeff, all right.
See, now
I like
I'm picturing Jeff. That was our manager at Applebee's.
Oh no.
Oh my God! What a buried memory, dude. He was a cool manager though. He was like
Yeah,
the-
Jeff was really cool.
Yeah. I forgot about him. Yeah, so you guys enjoy this meal. The Tuga is just at the bar, sipping a drink. There is a...
Hola, el feo mas bello.
What it do, babe?
Are you guys approaching Tuga?
I am
Yeah.
now. I mean, I already called him the prettiest little ugly, so.
Yes,
He,
let us approach the Tortuga.
He turns around and he says, "Who are you?"
The Twin Titans!
Go!
I've never heard of you.
Well, now you have.
We're big in Waterdeep.
We're
Yes, of
good
course.
friends with Monty.
Oh, you know Monty. Yes, he was an old crewmate of mine.
So we heard.
Yes, he opened up a business and it was rather successful. He decided to open up this one over here. And since he hardly ever visits, I am left in charge.
Do they have a wall of people who put their names here until they die thing? Do they have that?
Here, no, they don't.
It's a family establishment.
Yeah, they don't have that here. He says, "Oh, if you're a friend of Monty, then what can I do for you? What are you doing here in Neverwinter?"
Well, I mean, we was just wondering where we could get a room for the night.
Oh, well, you can get a room here. Let's see. I don't know if Monty offers you a discount, but it'll be 10 gold per person per night.
All right, we're just coming in for the night, so.
Well, I can arrange that. Just give us just a few minutes to get the room ready for you. Is this all separate rooms, or is everyone rooming together?
We can get separate rooms? Heck yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Monty just puts us all in two.
Pi doesn't need a room, so if you guys only need 3 rooms, that's fine.
yeah, Pie's gonna go into his like fucking pocket workshop.
Man, I got a workshop and a spa, so we could literally just hang out in extra dimensions.
Oh, well,
That
if
feels
it's,
awkward.
3 of you, 10 gold per night. That's gonna be 30 gold.
Here, I got it.
Bill it to
Robbie, are those veggie straws?
All right, you each give him 10 gold. And guys, just to like fast forward a little bit, if there's anything else you want to talk to Tuga about, that's perfectly fine. But I imagine you guys are just gonna have a few drinks throughout the night before going to your room. You wake up the next morning. You already paid for your weapons. When you wake up the next morning, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. You guys wake up the next morning. You get your weapons. It's 10 o'clock-ish or so. The opening to the Underdark is pretty visible. It's not just cloudy today. Today it is storming and there's a lot of rain. Yeah.
Where can we buy an umbrella?
I don't think those exist yet. Too Good does tell you one thing. He says right beside the Underdark there is a hot springs.
It's the hot spring episode.
That if you want to stop by,
Finally.
it's just very relaxing. But that's the only thing he tells you. Yes. So you've got your armor. Falcon, I went ahead and gave you like the dynamic lighting thing. It's still 30 feet. It's the same thing, so it's really no difference. You just don't have that long sword. Robbie,
got rid of the sword.
I'll let you create that item for yourself. That's fine.
I've already got it.
Perfect. I think that's it. All right. So you guys are ready to go to the Underdark?
Let's do it.
Sure. If we're gonna do the hot spring episode, where can we get some yucatas?
Some what?
The kimonos.
They might have some for you there. All right.
Do they have any dakimakuras?
I don't know what that is either, Robbie.
I would like a dakimakura of the lady that is the head of the Emerald Enclave in Neverwinter. It's a body pillow with a person printed on
it. They might have one of those.
I mean, the pillow is gonna be like a foot taller than you.
It'll be shorter than me.
Makes it better.
I know.
Oh, and Falcon.
I will buy this for you, Anne.
Falcon, she can't cast a spell awaken. She's unable to.
What were you trying to do with that spell?
It makes White Fang smart enough. So.
It boosts his intelligence. So he's able to
It makes his intelligence 10, which is 2 more than Xardaar.
Hey, we gotta ask.
We gotta do the
What
thinking.
was her name again? I completely forgot it.
Whose name?
Tanaya.
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 And she's an elf, so there are apostrophes in there. It's TON apostrophe IA.
It's definitely.
Eventually, we're gonna meet an elf whose name is Yalda.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all do. I mean, shit. That's me and Anne's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, I know it's like a hex or 2 away, but I'm gonna I'm gonna ignore that. You guys leave in the morning, and
do we dream?
Do you dream?
It's up to you if I dream.
Dylan, go ahead. Roll a dream for me.
Do Warforged string of electric sheep.
Right? Alright, so mine's always bad. So let's see what I got. Sorry, I'm just reading what popped up here. That's almost exactly like the last one. Okay, cool. This is fun. Alright, let's see. So, I see a young female human by the name of Jetta Wheatflow. She's a gladiator with like a bob cut, black hair, and green eyes. And she is built. She's clearly tough. And she is blind. She openly worships Torm, and she's got a necklace of them. And she's actually a secret vigilante. So I'm getting a real Toph vibe here in this role.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Right? It's pretty awesome. She's got a crude sense of humor. Yeah. Oh my god, this is awesome.
It is
She's not terribly. She's not big on empathy. She always will sense the opening in your defense. Yeah, she is tough. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was Toph's daughter? Toph's daughter, what was her name? The leader of the police?
Lynn.
There you go.
She has like 2 or 3 daughters, actually.
Yeah, she did.
Well, I mean, we just started Cora, and we've only met Lynn so far. And I relate to Tenzin so much. Especially as a parent. It's so accurate. Okay, so Jeddah is much like Toph. Instead of being a underground wrestler, she is a vigilante. She believes, and she lives in Waterdeep, and she thinks that the Order of the Gauntlet is ineffective, especially with everything that's gone on lately. But she's not fond of us either. So she was tailing us one night, just headed back to the Salty Seaman. And she could hear us because, you know, a metal man is pretty easy to follow because he just makes these loud clanking noises when he walks.
The clanky boy.
Exactly. So it's not that hard for her to tail us. And, you know, Firbolgs give off a distinct scent, so she could always pick you up, too. That's a great one. You need to share that.
I was looking for something else, but then...
That's better. So this was the night before we left. So she was ready to make her move. So she's ready. She's got her sword, her shield. It's sharp. She's ready to go. The adrenaline is pumping. She's like, this is the night. This is the night I start helping take Waterdeep back. And right when she was going around the corner and charge at us, she bumps into someone with gray robe. But before she can look, a knife catches her across the throat, and she falls to the ground.
Oh. Did she have to make Waterdeep great again hat?
She has no idea what it said. She was blind.
It's in Braille. She's got a Shinobi headband that says "Make Waterdeep great again" in Braille.
Yeah, but it's spelled wrong, so it's never deep.
Yeah, it was like an off-brand one. So, Dylan, this was a person that disappeared after the wish, correct? That you're dreaming about?
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll retcon it. So this is someone who the wish took.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool. All right, so you guys travel for a few hours outside of Waterdeep. The rain is heavy. It's taking you a little bit longer because the path towards the opening of the Underdark is now very muddy and it's slowing you guys down a little bit. You get right up to the cave, and just a few hundred feet to the left of the opening of this cave is the hot spring. So where would you guys like to go? Do you want to go straight to the cave, or do you want to go to the hot spring?
I want to go straight to the hot spring.
Yo, hot springs.
I'll go to Hot Spring.
Hot springs, okay.
I'm gonna go get wet.
Exactly. I am gonna buy Anne his pillow with his waifu on it.
All right, let's see.
Unless it's like a stupid amount of gold, in which case you're on your own, boy.
So it's raining, and there is the hot springs isn't open. There are some like wooden walls set up to kind of block it off from the public. You see that at the counter there is a Dwergar dwarf, a male Dwergar dwarf, and a male drow elf, and they seem to be talking to each other as if they're buddies. And then they see you approach, and then they instantly kind of like fix their demeanor as if to like be a little bit more professional. And they say, "Hey, welcome to the hot springs. What can we do for you?"
Well, we was hoping to get in the hot springs.
Oh yeah. You guys have the proper equipment. You guys got robes and towels and stuff.
Well, I got towels, but do y'all happen to sell them fancy little kimonos here?
Yeah. Let's see. It's 5 gold to just to enter here. It's another 5 to get the kimonos.
All right, I'm good with that. Oh, and do y'all happen to sell like full-length body pillows? Because my cousin here, there's one he's been after.
No, it's a little too wet in this area for us to sell them, but you might be able to get some down in the caves.
All right. Would this happen to be like in a city down there, or are they just indigenous to the caves?
So the dwarf who was letting the elf speak steps up. He's like, you can get him in Guntelgrim. You can get just about anything in Guntelgrim.
So do they know about Tanaya from the Emerald Enclave?
Oh yeah, the big lady. Yeah. She's yeah, we know about her. She keeps the area safe.
All right.
I figure I can explain her to somebody and have them draw it on there.
You can have a custom made body pillow.
If you get a blank body pillow, Pi can mend it.
I just need the proper materials and we'll be good to go.
You know what you call a body pillow? Us dwarves, we just call them a pillow.
Pi's gonna grab his big tall sack of popcorn.
Wait, I said that completely backwards.
That would be for giants.
Yeah. Damn it.
We're gonna
Well, I mean, I know what you meant. All pillows to them are body pillows.
Whoops.
Pi's gonna take out his huge, like 5 foot tall sack of popcorn and go. And in the meantime, you can just snuggle up with this.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Wait, I thought it wasn't popped yet. It was just the kernels.
That's true. Well, that's okay.
It's been like they've been inside of you for like so long that like your natural like Warforged body heat has caused like a lot of the kernels to pop.
You know, like when you go into a Target and the entrance smells like popcorn for some reason? You ever notice that?
That's how Pi smells.
That's how I know.
That's why Ann just loves hanging around him. He loves the smell of
He smells
popcorn.
like Target. And he's got a pumpkin spice shaker in his hand. He's a white book dream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
So do you guys want to go relax at this hot spring?
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so you guys all pop on in, make sure you take that money out. 5 to get in there, 10 to get in there and rent a kimono.
I want to buy one. I don't want to rent it.
You want to rent it? So
No, I want to have it.
Yeah, I want to have it too.
well shoot, we don't have so many. I guess 25 gold to go in there and keep this.
Done.
Sure.
Damn, that's expensive. All right.
You get a kimono. I can't imagine Pi in a kimono with like all his armor on.
A kimono that costs more than his brewer's kit.
Yep.
Whatever. We're here.
Like, don't
Yeah,
care.
cool.
I'm getting it. That is not an official D&D item. Color me surprised.
All right. So the hot springs, you lay in there. Here's the benefits. This hot springs is magical because it's warmed up by the heat of the fire primordial. If you are in there for at least 15 minutes, you gain the benefit of a long rest.
Cool.
Not that I think you guys have like rolled or used any spells, but
Yeah. No, we've been good for a few days.
yeah.
And what did we need from the fire primordial?
Well, one of
The
the things
flame.
we needed was the flame of the fire primordial.
I look around for.
So we gotta make our way down there somehow.
Yeah. You guys are on page 65 of 93. Just so you're on part 6 of 20. Of part 6 of 2020. Yeah, just part 6 of 20. 22.
Part 6 of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's
So you guys, you relax in there. It's very kind of dark and cloudy, so it doesn't necessarily like fit the mood. But you relax in there for a few hours, or for an hour or so, however long you want to be in there, before you guys decide like, well, there's the cave to the Underdark. Let's get going.
I mean,
Because
we
it's-
gotta get out and drink our after soak milk and then play ping pong.
It's apparently a thing.
Because it's a magical spa, does Pi prune up like everybody else would?
Yes.
What?
5 turns up. I want this.
If you can tell me how, you know what? Yeah. Pi like looks down at his metal fingers, and they're like actually pruning for the first time in Pi's life.
A lava wrapper on it.
Nice.
All right, are you guys ready to get into the Underdark?
I want to
Let's
know
get
who won
dark,
the
boy.
tournament.
Let's get it.
See, look.
Okay.
I want to
Before
ask
you
about-
get in, guys, I want to tell you a mechanic that we're going to be doing. Okay. So while you're in the Underdark, you're going to be like traveling and walking the whole time. There's going to be a few encounters. Instead of like having an encounter and then having a long rest and then having another encounter, which doesn't really like add to the difficulty of every encounter. What I'm going to do after every encounter, I'm going to have one of you guys roll a d4. What I'm going to do, every 3, instead of having a long rest like every day, you need to have a long rest 3 days in a row to really have that long rest.
I've seen these rules before. Yeah.
Yeah, so like after an encounter, I'll have you guys roll a d4. If you roll a 2, that long rest doesn't really take effect. So that next encounter that you guys have, it's like the battle weary or the travel weary. It's a rule. It's like something that people do. So that's
Okay.
something that you guys can
I like it.
expect. Okay? Because like you're in the Underdark, you're traveling the entire time. You know, like you're gonna need at least 3 days of rest to like get back up to full. And I'll keep track
Right.
of like what day you guys are on for you. Okay. All right.
It's okay because when we short rest at spa, we gain an additional D8 of healing, so that'll help sort of negate it.
Oh, red.
I just like I want it to be like just somewhat difficult.
When was it?
Just like crushing everything, you know. It kind of, gets rid of the challenge.
Yeah.
And
I read
Horn
The pieces.
will let us know if it's
Everybody's playing.
Wait, say
Yes,
that, say that again, Falcon.
the horn, like the unicorn horn that Weapon has. Let us know if it's daytime or nighttime.
Oh, cool. I actually always knows what time of day it is, but the horn is much cooler. Not cooler. So, did you find those rules on the encounter calculator? Because I think that's where I read about it.
No, there's these guys I follow on YouTube, Dungeon Dudes. They just have like a video about it, and I'm like, that's a cool rule to have for like
Yeah.
this arc.
Because I saw those rules on that encounter calculator, and it said that the calculator was made with those rules in mind. So that's why sometimes the deadly encounters don't feel as deadly, but now they actually will be deadly. And I thought I'd let you know in case you felt maybe you wanted to rework them a little bit, maybe tone them down to like difficult instead of deadly.
I gotcha. All right, I just want to let you guys know before this.
For a while.
Okay?
All right, so a quick question. Even if we don't get like the full 3 days long rest, would it at least count as a short rest?
But yeah, I'll let you guys do like some short rests in between, obviously. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's because it'd be kind of silly to sit down for 2 days and not at least get to use a hit die.
Oh no, yeah. You can definitely use your short rest in those moments, of course.
But what I read was like they consider the short rest like you're still on the adventure, so you go to sleep for that night, but any like severe wounds that you may have obtained or whatever during fighting, you wouldn't really be able to heal that until you were able to get back to like safety and civilization and actually truly heal. That's what I was reading. I thought that was actually a really cool way of doing
It's
it.
a cool concept for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting mechanic. I like it a lot.
Yeah. All right, guys. So as you approach the base of the mountain, you see a large natural opening. It's enormous in size, nearly 50 feet tall, revealing almost nothing but pitch black darkness. Notice that the opening is covered in spider webs. Why don't you guys give me a perception check?
I got stuck again. There you go.
That's not great. 11.
And you find nothing. You don't notice anything.
I got a 19.
Let's see. Dirty 20.
I got 13, and White Fang got like 6.
Okay. White Fang also notices nothing, and neither does Xardaar. But Pi and Robert, you notice that while the entrance to this cave here that leads to the Underdark, it is covered in webs. Some of these webs seem to be covering things. So you see some of these things, and you carve them open, and you find some items inside.
Magic item.
You find a raggedy doll with red hair. You find a potion of dark vision.
Hey.
And you find a journal. The journal looks as though it has a bunch of pages missing. But the title of it says The Diary of Junebug. And when you open it up, many of the pages are missing, but you do see the first page. The first page says Journal Entry Number 1. Today marks the first day of our expedition into the Underdark. John, Arid, Luvan, and of course Big Sun and I are so excited. Hopefully we can find the plant we need so that we can make Mom's medicine. We know that it's dangerous down there, but we're pretty sure that we got enough supplies to last us a while. Mom was really worried, so she gave me her lucky necklace. Dad found it in the Underdark in one of his expeditions. It's one of the few things we have left of him. I'm never taking that thing off. Well, it's time to get going. Wish us luck. Junebug. That's the first page of this journal.
I would like to identify the doll if I... Yeah, I'll just cast Identify on it.
That's a voodoo doll.
So, you cast Identify on it. It is a regular child's, doll. It's not magical in any way.
Okay.
It seems very worn, as though it belonged to a child before whatever spiders down here got it.
It doesn't say, Junebug written on the foot or something.
It doesn't.
Toy Story style. All right.
All right.
And
What's over there?
Let's see. Curtis, since you're immediately to my right,
That
roll
thing.
a d6 for me.
ooh,
Oh.
You burp.
It's
I got a 1.
You got one.
folding it.
Okay, so you guys have been in the Underdark for
1 year.
day. And you guys have been traveling. The darkness, it's everywhere. It's everything.
I wonder why.
And it's overwhelming, and it's never ending. But the overwhelming darkness isn't alone. It has a companion. An insidious, ever-present accomplice. Unnerving, unending, deafening silence. You've been on the move for an endless night. The narrow tunnels and wide passages across large open cathedrals and through winding stalagmite mazes. And the one constant is the infinite, silent dark. Perhaps you can see with torches, with lanterns, with dark vision. Maybe if you're lucky, you can see up to 120 feet in front of you. Not much at all. It's only 40 yards at best of gray and dreary visibility beyond which is inky black. Occasionally the darkness is broken by clinging phosphorescent fungi or a crawling luminescent creature, and from out of the silence you hear echoes of sounds of dripping water or scurrying unseen beasts. However, that serves only as a mocking tease. For once past that glimpse of light, the endless darkness consumes. The endless silence engulfs once again. Alright guys, that's where we're at tonight.
All right.
Hang on a second. I have to, let me take this over because there's an altercation between Cooler and I right now. Dylan does a 17 hit.
No.
All right, you're fine.
I was say that was convenient because the music like just ended.
He pointed something out to Pi, or Dylan pointed something out to me that I think Pi would freak out about. So you guys definitely see Pi take a swing at Cooler, and it's up to you how you react to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna brain over to.
Well, because it didn't hit, so I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Can
I ain't got a shadow in the dark. What the hell's wrong with you?
I do? Oh shit!
I step on the shadow really hard
Yeah,
into it, and I activate my spike boots and really try to kill that shadow.
Hold on. I think I know what's going on. Give me a sec, right quick. So I'm going to, let's see, what's a good...
Is that shadow darker than the dark?
Well, you can't tell the difference, but
He's got
I just see, I can see that it's weird. It's off.
I say if you're casting light, you just see that it's a shadow. You can't tell that it's like a magical shadow unless we're in complete darkness and you can see it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast False Life on myself because that's a Warlock thing, and see if like that makes it react. Oh, I think it's how I'm tied to Raquel. Cool. Because like when I do that, it has like just a little glow like the rest of my spells do.
Okay.
Just like a little aura, like how some of those phones that have like the edge lighting when you get a notification.
Yeah.
That's what happens. It has edge lighting. Huh? I never noticed that before. Maybe because it wasn't dark enough.
Robbie, were you saying something?
I was going to address what Curtis addressed, but it's been resolved.
I was like, yeah, because Anne would notice it too. Like, huh? Maybe getting so close to the Shadowfell gave me a little Shadowfell. God. I know that was so bad.
Oh, geez.
Oh, if I didn't already put Pie's Thighs Save Lives, I'd have put that up there.
Oh, geez.
You got a little shadow fella.
All right, guys. Well, we're one day into the Underdark. I can't believe you rolled a d6 and got a 1, but like...
I know.
Listen, that's okay.
At least we didn't get lost like Rill does.
I mean, I'll add my proficiency.
You what? Say that again, Curtis?
I'll add my proficiency to it if you want.
This is all just like a random thing, so we won't add anything to it. Whew. All right, well, I got some puzzles at you guys next time, and I think we'll have a skill challenge, maybe a fight, and we'll have a surprise.
A better surprise than a Pie just taking a random swing at Cooler in the dark.
Yeah, you won't see this coming, much like this swing.
Well, Xardaar don't see much of anything.
All right, guys. Well, I will see y'all in a week. Man, that's gonna be a good session next week.
All right.
Cool. That was fun.
Yeah, then, boys.
Adios.
Later, boys.